everybody, this is Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is a Thursday, and we're going to have a great stamping night together. We're going to be making the Nature's Sweetness class cards. It's the 21st already, you guys. We're way over halfway through March already, into the last half of the month, and we might get a little bit of snow tomorrow. I guess I just heard that we might get about 5. Here, you guys, there's a hunky sighting. In case you were wondering where Mr. Hunkster is, he's right here with me. We're supposed to get about 5 inches tomorrow of snow. And yeah, fun stuff. They say that the robins need to see 3 snowstorms or 3 snowfalls before spring will actually be here. Has anybody else heard that? But that's that's what the saying is around here. So, all right, you guys. Wow, so many of you are here with me already. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Cindy Runtree. Hi, Angelique. And there's Connie Moore. Yay. Hi, Rose Coleman from Calgary, Alberta. I love it. Hi, Laura Sullivan. I think I said hi, Laura Sullivan. Maybe I didn't. You guys, it has been quite the week, I will tell you. Hi, Laura Sullivan. Hi, Anna Carter. There's Gail Stefan. Yay. Sarah Mitchell's here already. I love it. So Sarah Mitchell, I was thinking of you when we heard that the next on stage is in Raleigh. I wonder if you're going to be able to make that. Hi, Mary Lemke and Jean Terwilliger. There's Debbie Gast. Hi, Sonia Wells and Linda Hunt. Whoop, whoop. There's Jean Maxwell. Jean Maxwell, I posted in the Radically Retro Swap group, and I originally hadn't had your name in there for swap cards because they weren't highlighted, but they were here. And I did go in since then and update so that it shows that your swap cards are here. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. And there's Sherry Everett. Hi, Melody Miller and Nan Ryan. Hi, Brandy. Nan Ryan, you are the reason for the season. Oh my goodness, me and all my friends are absolutely loving the erasable pens. And I actually just bought a Rocket book, which is the notebook that goes with the erasable pens. I didn't know that my life was so incomplete without having an erasable pen. And now I feel like it's amazing to be able to erase a pen. Like, it's amazing. You started a little snowball effect with this little erasable pen. Hi, Randy. Hi, Mary Carls from Jericho. Hi, Susan Bellamy from Florida. All right. Beautiful cards tonight. Yes, you guys, we did these cards last night in person. We did them a couple Saturdays ago as well. And they loved them. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Hi, Patty Wright. Hi, Marsha Long. There's Jamie Kirkpatrick. Yay. Hi, Sherry Martin. Who else? Karen Woods. Oh my goodness. Hey, the gang's all here. Hi, Vicki Rodriguez. There's Janice and Julie. Wow, Ann Bellinger. I love it. All right. Sarah Mitchell will definitely be there. You live 25 minutes from Raleigh, and when I see you there, I'm going to give you an amazingly big hug. I'm so excited. I would love to meet you too. So Barbara Godby, who's on my team, also lives very close, and we're going to make sure she gets there as well. You guys, we are already looking at flights. So they're not booking that far out. I mean, and you're probably like, why? You just had like a horrible experience on an airplane, or like with being stuck in Houston. Hi, Cheryl. And then being stuck in Charlotte. But you know, that's not going to stop us, right? And we thought about driving down and taking 2 12-person vehicles, or like 12-person vans, or getting a small bus. And I'm like, I can't do that. St. Patty's Day. Hi, Linda Hall. St. Patty's Day is on a Monday next year. And if you guys watched my mystery card night, you might have heard that I am planning, hopefully with another demonstrator from the area down in North Carolina, some sort of something. We don't know what it looks like yet. We met in the airport and the idea just started brewing. Hi, Sherry Stewart. The idea started brewing, and when things settle down for us after we get back, we're going to reach out to each other and try to figure out what a demonstrator after party would look like for Sunday. And that means that I wouldn't head back till Monday. And you guys, I am not, Carissa loves the erasable pens too. I know, Carissa, how did we not know about these, right? And Kelly, my cousin, Kelly Lamb, who does the paper pumpkins, you guys, she's like, oh, I've been using these for years. I'm like, girlfriend, how have you not told me about these erasable pens? And she's the one that told me, Nan, about the Rocket book, this notebook. So, but you guys, if my mom and dad are having their St. Patty's Day party on Monday night, they always do it on the 17th. And it always happens on the 17th regardless of what day of the week it is. And I'm like, I am not going to miss this St. Patty's Day Reuben sandwich. You guys, it was okay. I've had Reubens every day this week, right? My mom gave me 2 or 3 of them. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Angelique. You're going to be going to North Carolina. I want you in my block of rooms too, Angelique, because I am working on a block of rooms already. So exciting. So my mom and dad do this. And so I've had Reubens, like half a Reuben every day now since Monday. So I'm getting Reubened out, and it'll help offset the thing, the thought that I wasn't there on Sunday night. But if we have St. Patty's Day on Monday night and we're having this event, potentially planning this event on Sunday, I have to fly home. I am not going to miss, and I am not having a repeat. And so we are not going through Charlotte next year. We are strategically going through Chicago. So if we get to Chicago and our flight to Appleton doesn't work out, somebody's going to come pick me up in Chicago. And that's only a 2-hour and 15-minute drive. So that's good. Hi, Linda Scott. So what are the brand of pens, Debbie Gass? They are called Frixion. FR here. You guys, I have a hot mess down here, so don't judge like underneath my dress here. Like I'm going to put the camera down, but it's like a little bit of a mess. So I'm not ready to, to show you everything, but this is the pen, Debbie Gass, and anybody else that must know. Frixion, Frixion by Pilot. They come in 0.7 and 0.5 ink, and they erase. So you guys, Nan Ryan watched me last year. I don't know when she started watching me, but what she told me is she watched me erasing in my book, not erasing, whiting out in my class schedule book, right? And she gave me a pack of these for Christmas. She was like a secret Santa. She sent them via Amazon. They arrived on my doorstep, and I was in heaven since, like using them. Debbie Gass, yes, you can meet me at the O'Hare. I want you to, because you're in Illinois, and I would love for you and Deb Norman, who is in Dubuque, Iowa, to meet up with us, and we are gonna have a plane full of bees flying down, you guys. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And Carissa's going to try to make on stage. Oh, I'm so excited to see this. Laura Sullivan. Yep, you guys just saw it under my dress. That's how that works. Every day, yes, Reubens. So yes, so you guys, especially those that are on my team, I posted already in my Be Happy Stampers. Let me know if you're thinking about going, because I want to make sure I have enough rooms in my block. You guys, I am not letting any be stranded, all right? We're going to all be together, and we're going to be an amazing hive community. And then I also extend my block of rooms to my friends and family, you guys, right? So we had a few other people that were in my block. I think I had about 17 rooms total in the Homewood Suites by Hilton. And so we extended the open invitation to my community of stampers. And so a few people took me up on that. So we didn't have any lonely little soldiers out there. We had, I shouldn't say, lonely stampers. We had no lonely stampers in our circle. And then one of the things that Sarah Douglas talked about was mind the gap, like opening up the gap and making sure that you are always having your opening so people can come in. So we don't want anybody lonely. Yes, Susan Bellamy, I would absolutely love for you to be there too, you guys. We're going to rock the party next year. So, all right, we got a great class, you guys, Nature's Sweetness class. I do this class in conjunction with Rose Coleman. She, you guys saw that she's in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She is your girl. If you are in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, or let's say you do, but you want to open up and get some online classes or some kits mailed to you, we make it super easy for you to get classes. You may ask, I'm a demonstrator, can I still take your class? Absolutely, you guys. You're always welcome to. Rose, you just need to reach out to Rose to see how she does her scheduling with payments or orders. Sometimes we do things a little bit differently, but there are 2 classes that Rose and I do together where we each do each other's class, like make it available to those in like Canada or the United States. And this is the class that is designed by me, and then Rose kits it up for those in Canada. And she wanted me to let her Canadian friends know that she has 8 kits left. So if you're in Canada and interested in getting these card kits kitted and sent to you, and like pressing that easy button, you basically need stamps, ink, and paper. Oh, I'm sorry, stamps, ink, and adhesive was the word I was looking for. And so for me in the United States, you have 2 options for this class. It's a fee-based class where you can pay for it, or it's an order-based class. and you place an order to get it for free. And I offer it both ways. And so for those that are interested in this class with Rose in Canada, just reach out to her. In the description for this YouTube video, I have all of Rose's contact information. So all you have to do is just click on the description, and it has her phone number, it has her email address. You guys, she is your girl. So I was so excited. I got to give Rose many hugs. Well, anytime I saw her, I made a point to go over and give her a hug, because it's just so nice to be able to like be together. And so we had a nice conversation yesterday. So we're strategizing and marking out our calendars for the next, like the rest of this year, like finalizing and solidifying dates. And then we worked through our planning of what we're going to feature. And so we've got a pretty good roadmap for the suite class for May, June, July, August. And she's working through the technique club class that she has where she does the designing. So good stuff, you guys. Rose and I are super excited for what's coming this year for all of us. We are so excited to be creating with you and getting crafty with you and helping you make cards to inspire, to like share with others, to spread the good word, good messages. Yes, so Deb, you said 6 inches of snow tonight into tomorrow. We are about 5, and yes, so we're going to be getting that. So, hi, Angela Knutson. Angela, I did see a message from you today. I will be honest, you guys. I think that this is technically my 7th class since Monday night. We had mystery card night on Monday, so in case you missed it, go back and watch the replay. It was really hard to do that class, you guys. I didn't realize how fried I was until I did class on Tuesday at 11. We did the blueberry bunches, let's just stamp. I just know how different my head felt with getting sleep actually versus getting hardly any sleep. And so we made it through, because I have no idea when I would have rescheduled mystery card night for. We made it through. So bear with me and bear with the cats, you guys. Monday, I had just gotten home at 5:10 and we had class at 6. Like, I made it happen. I know I probably should have like taken the night off, but I can't do that, you guys. I was like, I don't want to reschedule. Like, it was harder to reschedule than not to. And so, so we didn't reschedule. We had mystery card night. The cats were very needy. I should say the kittens. The little ones were very needy. They were always up in my space, so be very patient and give the cats a second, like a little reprieve, you guys. Hi, Christine Mansell from Florida. Hi, Pat Fleming. They were very needy. They wanted me, and I could have left them locked in the other room, like in the garage or in the house, but how could I do that to them when they knew I was home? So I thought about that. I'm like, do I leave them away? And I'm like, no. And then come Tuesday, you guys, they were like in my suitcase, which I went through almost everything. I missed one thing sharing with you guys, something I got from somebody, and I'm going to share it with you tonight. And then you guys, we had class on, I had 3 in-person classes on Wednesday at noon, 1, and 6. We have class tonight, and I have one more class for you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to do a kit class at 10. So in the middle of all that, today we kitted up 3 classes. We kitted up the Trusty Tool Stamp-A-Stat class, the Wild Ferns order-based class, and we kitted up the other class. Game night. We did the Good Feelings game night, you guys. So everything's laid out all over the counter. Everything's kind of like a hot mess. We're going to be mailing out and shipping tomorrow afternoon after my kit class. So needless to say, you guys hear me say this often enough, I have not seen or gone through a lot of my emails. I owe people responses via text message, instant message. And Angela, you're the reason I thought of this, because you messaged me this afternoon, and I see things, you guys. I do see things. I just don't, if I'm not at my book or if I'm not at my computer where I have my spreadsheets open, it's hard for me to reply, because if I reply, I don't want to forget and come back. And this just happened with Darrell Hoffaker. I replied to her message. I'm like, yep, I'll get you signed up for that class. Thank you so much for your order. And then when class happened, she's like, you didn't, like, she like text messaged me. She like phone call. She didn't call, but it was like, she reached out to me and she's like, I didn't hear my name on the class list, on the class roster, which is why I love doing the class roster. She's like, I didn't hear my name on the class list. And I'm like, oh man, I looked back through our communication. I'm like, oh, I forgot to sign her up. Thank goodness I have more kits. And so, so I can still mail them out to her. But I guess, like, you guys, roll call is for me as much as I love like telling you thank you for your support. So yes, so that is why I don't always respond immediately to some messages. And it might be a few days. And you guys, it's backed up since we left last Wednesday. And so I tried to devote my time and energy to my gals that I was with, and I didn't stay up all night working on emails like I do when I sometimes go on vacation. So yeah, so you guys, thanks for your patience with all that. I just want to put that out there. I wish I had a little board that like would rotate on my my website that says patience with emails. I'm still working through them, so you guys could see that. So anyways, hi Ileana Viquez. Hi Cat Fronic. Yay. Yes, busy girl is exactly it. So you guys, I have some happy mail I want to share with you. I didn't show much of it before on stage because it was starting to pile up, and I'm like, I can't have a pile up over here like we did in the past. So I'm going to do some happy mail, share one last gift that I had from on stage that was in my house. You did not miss the Wild Ferns class, Angelique. It is actually in April. It is April 5th. And so because it's an April class, you guys, for those of you who are part of like my Post-it club, my Post-it note club, where I give you a list of all the classes in April, I would have that on there for you, Angelique. It is still available. Oh my gosh, you guys, so much available. We kitted up 48 and we only have 16 signed up. So we have 20, like if I do the math, that's like 25 or 30. There's more. Your downline, I'm Wisconsin from Central Florida now, and your downline. So Christine, I'm trying to make heads or tails. Your downline born on Wisconsin, but maybe in Wisconsin. Now from Central Florida, now in your downline. Oh, Christine! Yes! Christine, you're on Susan Bellamy's team. Yes! Okay. I connected the dots with you. Very awesome. So you guys, we have another Christine on the Be Happy Stampers. My hair just did like a really crazy thing there. Christine Mansell, you guys. So now I had to read that 3 times, you guys. Now it makes sense. So Christine was born in Wisconsin, and now she's in Central Florida, and now she's on my team. So Susan Bellamy recently joined my team back in February, and then and then Christine joined Susan's team. So yay, I'm so excited. Okay, so Christine, I put that together. Yay. You have a welcome to the team card coming soon if I haven't sent it already. I don't think I've sent it yet, but it'll be coming soon. You guys, I'm a little backed up on that. So paper pumpkins, you guys, paper pumpkins are back here. I believe I have 6 available in case anybody missed out on getting theirs. I had a couple people already reach out. You know, that pile was a little bit higher. I had a couple people say that they missed the deadline or they had issues with their credit card not working, and so they missed the getting registered. So I do have 6 available. All right. Yes, Christine, I'm so happy. I love it when the dots can connect in my head during a live. Sometimes things don't always make sense because my mind is off somewhere else. To put things together is an amazing thing. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to do happy mail for a moment. You guys entertain me and people that send me amazing mail. I want to share it with you. I love to share it because I love showing off the ideas that come from people that send me mail. When people register for classes, a lot of the times people send me checks, and with their checks, they send me happy mail. And so we're going to do that really quick. And then we're going to do roll call. And then we're going to start in our sweet class, okay? So I'm putting my book back here for the moment because I don't have a cat back there. And I'm going to put the mini back there, you guys. I never have enough space. So let's flip this down. Okay, so for those of you who recently sent me mail, just so you know, I have this mail, all right, that came. So this is what I need to process yet. So if you've sent me a letter, so like Connie Moore, yours was postmarked. It said here the 2nd. So if you sent me something in March, it's possibly like in this pile, okay? So I need to process that yet. And I hate processing it until I've gone through it. Just to show off, you guys, this is the new front cover of the catalog. It's growing on me. I know that a lot of people have been like, not so sure about it. But you guys, I love nature. I have to say that. Tyler, who I'm dating, he absolutely adores nature and wildlife and trees. And so when he saw this cover, he said it was by far the best catalog cover that he's ever seen from Stampin' Up! Because he loves green. So it was a home run with Tyler. So I can't share the inside of that with you guys until it is launched, which is in May, but I can continue to show you guys the cover. And my pre-order arrived today. So I have 1 box sitting next to me. So after class, I will share with you some things that I got. So, and I am excited because we have game night. I do 3 game nights a year. And there are prizes, and I usually buy items from the pre-order for prizes. So the 5 bundles, I think I'll do 5 bundles that are prizes, are brand new out of the annual catalog, and the only way you were able to buy them is during the product purchase premiere, which was this past week. So yes, Kat was here today. You have me down. Marsha Long, which class? Just follow up with a text message. If you've emailed me in the last week, I'll see it, right? But if you email me more than that, or if anybody has, if it's like a week or more than that ago, just maybe give me a little bit. I was going to try to work on stuff tonight into the wee hours of the morning. Is my goal, is to get emails caught up between tonight and then tomorrow. So Marsha Long, I'm not sure what you're asking about, if it's game night, but maybe if you feel like you want to follow up with a text message, please do. Yes, Sherry Stewart says, don't judge a book by its cover. The inside is pretty amazing, you guys. I can say, like, I know how I feel, and I know that I don't remember the catalog. Oh, I wasn't the biggest fan of the I'm looking up at the catalog. The cover of the catalog last year was like, whatever. I personally like what's inside this annual catalog more so than last annual catalog. Like the contents, the stamps, the designer papers, the suites that they came up with. I had a fun time going through and picking stuff for classes. And see, Laura said it's the best one. Exactly. Doesn't really matter what's on the outside as long as you love the inside and the stuff that's on the inside. Very good. So Kat Fronick said it's appeals to lifestyle living, right? And the stamping is a part of our lives. Exactly. So, all right, you guys. So I'm going to work my way through my Happy Mail just to share with you what we've got. I'm going to share this though. This was what I missed showing off on Tuesday. If you want to see what I got for my swag from on stage, catch Tuesday's Let's Just Stamp towards the end of class. At the end of the time together, I shared a lot of stuff. This was a gift. Okay, you guys, the bees were amazing. I had people that were like, how many bees are coming? I want to make sure I have a gift for all the bees. And so a lot of the bees on the team exchanged gifts with each other. And so if you watched on Tuesday, Marsha Long. Yes, Marsha Long. I have a paper pumpkin for you. It's sitting right over here. Yep. You wanted it during one of my classes. I wrote your name on it right away and I put it over on the side. So you're good. You're good on that. So the bees wanted to give each other special gifts. And so we have personalized bone folders, personalized clear block, and one of those metal rulers and erasable pen, and it was just amazing to see the giving spirit. And so this is what Karen Forward made for every bee, and then she had a few extra that she shared on to others as well. She put a little bee on here. It's a little Velcro dot. She made all these little purses, and inside the purse, you guys, of course mine is purple. And then it's a little purple Post-it pad, and then she's got a purple, you guys, look at the little cute adorable mini pencil. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest little thing you've ever seen? So there's of course, you guys, they know I love purple. And then on the inside, she's got some chocolates because the Easter bunny is coming soon. And so I've got some chocolates. And then Karen makes jewelry. So she made everybody on the team a bee bracelet. She handmade these. She learned how to do the elastic band on the inside. Everybody else got a bee, but she gave me the queen bee one. She put a crown on with mine. And so everybody, all the bees were wearing their bracelets all weekend long. And so that was so sweet of Karen Forward to do that. And she had mine, you guys saw, was purple mixed with a little bit of blue. You're very welcome, Marsha Long. So yeah, so you guys, this purse was the most adorable thing. Hi, Shirley Vanderbloomer. So yes. So you guys, she knocked this little purse out of the ballpark, and the little treats that she put in here for us and decorating it with the bees. It was awesome, you guys. So the bees did an amazing job. And so then that Velcro shut. So I wanted to show that off because that was in my house actually when Tuesday rolled around and I didn't have it out here. All right, you guys, this was a card from Judy Sharp. So she is one of, in our community, she's from California, and she was invited with anybody who wanted to be a part of our group. And so Judy took us up on the offer, and so she was part of our block of rooms. And this was a card that she gave me with that Hive water bottle, which she gave this, and I showed this a little bit off on Tuesday. So this card was back in my pile of Happy Mail. So, all right, so this one's from Jean Maxwell. So you guys, the Radically Retro swap is coming up. Cards are due on the 25th, and so people have been submitting their cards for the swap, and then this one is one that Jean Maxwell sent to me. And she's part of the swap group, and so she sent a little card with it. I love what she did here. It looks like this was the reverse here, so that matched up there. And so she put some of it on the envelope flap, and then she put some of it on the inside. Super cool. Yeah, Deb Norman. So now that I know Karen Forward knows how to make jewelry, I'm going to consult with her for something I've wanted to make as a team gift. And I'm going to see if I can make it be the team gift for anybody who attends On Stage next year. I can, anybody on the team, I want to have, I'm going to not telling you guys what it is. It's going to be a surprise. But I saw something shared on Facebook once, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I knew somebody that knew how to make this jewelry stuff, I would do this. This is from Faye Godby. This was a little card that she sent me with the circus animals on it. And so I'm going to reach out to Karen and say, Karen, how can we make this happen for next year? All right, this one comes to us from Doral Hoffaker. You guys, some oldies but goodies with the little vases. And so I love it. Thanks for all you do. I've learned so many new techniques. And then she's got the inside with a little vase. And this is, it looks like pear pizzazz, but it could be old olive. That's the Shared with Love or something with love. Love What You Do designer series paper from about 5 years ago. All right, this one comes to us from Linda Scott, and she matched her outside envelope to be with the card here, the hummingbird. And so, oh, it's so sweet. I'm so glad I found you. I love your card designs and your classes. You are amazing. So Linda is taking a couple classes with me. So pretty, Linda. I love how you put that little hello on there with some pretty pink and yellow flowers. And the layout is awesome. Very cool. I like this. Shows off designer series paper big time. And the matching envelope is awesome. This one's Miss Susan Bellamy from Lakeland, Florida. And a purplicious card that she sent me. Hi, Ann Bellinger. This was from, I'm guessing, the Perennial Lavender Paper Pumpkin Kit. Purplicious, and she matched the envelope. And that's what the inside looks like. Thank you for being you. Very pretty, Susan. Love the purple shimmer dots that you have going on here. Those are awesome. They are my favorite. We're talking about stuff, you guys. I got a scrap paper here. I was able to today get the last chance lists put on my resources tab in my website. So if you go to cardsbychrisb.com, I was thinking about that with the purple shimmer gems. I don't remember if they carry over or not, but if you guys haven't seen the last chance list, it was published earlier this week, and lots of demonstrators have been sharing it already. And in fact, Rose Coleman in Canada, she spent about an hour and 45 minutes, I think it was yesterday, going through all the things that are going to be retiring or carrying over. She marked up her books, she did her homework, and she shared that via a video yesterday, you guys. I shared her video on my Cards by Christine Facebook page because we talked, and I'm like, are you okay if I share that? Because if you've already done an awesome video, I would love to piggyback off that. And she was cool with it, you guys, and it was awesome. Like, work smarter, not harder, right? So you guys could watch that video with her, and she goes through and walks through the entire catalog, sharing with you, so you know when this last chance list, the sales start on, I think April 9th is when you can start to purchase at the reduced rate. Now, some things are on sale, some things aren't on sale, and they are while supplies last at this point. I mean, we are getting into like just about a month and a half, if that, left of the catalog. So they are not going to be ordering more stock of any of these things that I am aware of if they're not carrying over. So basically, while supplies last. So if you need to get any of the re-inkers, or if you need to get any ink colors that are retiring, get that stuff, you guys, it's time. Like, I went wait. Okay. All right. So this one, it's from Vicky Rodriguez. So, I know this one. I remember. She has the tiger in here from Jungle Pals. And being awesome is just your thing. And she wrote me a really nice love note. She's got the sloth hanging from the tree on the inside. I found this tiger card on Pinterest and added to it to make it my own. I love the Jungle Pals. They're so fun. I showed it to her. She showed it to her hubby, and he said it looked simple and lazy. I said it was meant to be fun. Ha, he liked it though. So like, I just love sharing. I love the notes when you guys send me. I hear the story and I get to know you better when I love seeing people's writing too. So it was awesome. Thank you for sharing this, Vicki. I don't think it's simple with the die cutting, the coloring of the tiger, awesome brush breast butterflies, a nice bow on here, and a sloth hanging on the inside. I don't think your card is simple. So very cool. This one is from Miss Donna Grushki. And then she has here I believe this is boho blue. It looks like boho blue to me. What was super cool about this is she sent a check with her classes. And this is, this might be like a paper pumpkin. I don't know, Donna, if you're watching, if this was a paper pumpkin kit. You guys, I don't stay attuned with the paper pumpkin as much because Kelly does those classes. But she had a check in there, which was super cool. So it was like a gift card holder envelope. And I can take this and use this because it has a matching envelope. So thank you for the card, Donna. Love it. All right, this one is from Miss Eileen Howdick Hayward. So I'm super excited that she sent me her Share, Create, Inspire card. So you guys, I have, this one's not for next month, April. This will be for May because we already have somebody set up. But this whole class was inspired because I started teaching, like doing the Technique Club class with Rose. And so I ended up with a binder, and we use our recipe cards now for you guys to send me recipes so I can blindly make a card. And so this was from Eileen. Very cool. So that came. Sorry, I didn't mean to show off your address to everybody, but I try not to do that. This one is from Kate Race. I couldn't see it because of the postmark. So Kate Race is on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, and she sent a thank you card to me because we sent her cards because she needed some cheering up after having surgery. Surgeries are never easy. And so we call on the bees to send love to those on the team. And so it was awesome. She got some cards. Now this, you guys, I'm super excited to share this with you. This came from Lisa LaFramboise, and I got to meet her. She's on the team. She flew to Colorado. She's from Colorado, and she flew down to Houston. Hi, Squeaks. To be with us for onstage, and she's celebrating her 60th birthday this year. And so this was a challenge she did where she sent me the card. And on the inside, you guys, this is a wonderful thing to do. You could copy this if you want to. It says, I'm turning 60 on March 2nd, and I wanted to celebrate my way. So I'm sending you this card because I need you to know you are important to me and that you've touched my life. Please take this card and pay it forward by giving to someone special in your life. If we are Facebook friends, then please acknowledge it by only saying RAK 3-2 on my page. So it's like 3-2 is her birthday on my page so that I know you received it and sent the card to another wonderful person in your life. I picked you because you have been a blessing in my life. I love it. So, and she's got Handmade with Love with the lavender, and look at this beautiful card she created that I can take and now send on to a special person in my life. And then she shared it inside this envelope, which was slightly bigger, and she decorated the envelope flap. And she made 60 of these, and I feel honored and blessed that she shared this with me so I can forward this on. I'm like, who's gonna get this pretty purplicious card? So awesome. So that was Lisa LaFramboise. And you guys, I had the privilege to meet her this past weekend. All right, this one comes to us from, I believe this is Julie Frost, Grove City, Ohio. Thinking of you. Yes, Julie. So she's going to be doing the Summer Fun in the Sun with me. This is an event that I am doing for the first time ever in June. It's open to all demonstrators and customers in the United States. And so she's going to be doing that with me. I'm doing an online version and an in-person format, 5 separate days. Or online. So yes, Angelique, I know that is such a fabulous idea. So again, if you guys, I'm going to put this up here for a second. If you want to take a screenshot of that just to remember the idea, you can take a screenshot of that to help remember if you want to do that for your birthday. So this was that ombre sale-a-bration paper, and then color and contour are the flowers for this one, and some of those purple gems are from the hydrangea set a couple years ago. So wishing you peace and comfort, the courage to face the days ahead, and loving memories to hold forever in your heart. Perfect card. for when I need to pass on to somebody who has maybe recently lost someone or needs some cheering up. Yeah, perfect. Okay, this one is from Miss Sharon Davis in Dayton, Ohio. And she sent me just a note and some pretty like emerald. I have hair, you guys. I washed my hair just recently, like in the last 2 hours, and so now it's air drying, and then the hairs fall out. So you might not see them, but I see them. And so she got some arch classes with me. Very pretty card. I love the flowers here, tied around some baker's twine. All right, you guys, we're getting there. Kathleen Ketterman from, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can say this, Pocoson, Virginia. Purplicious again. Angelique, look at this. Oh my goodness, Purple City, you guys. All my purple loving fans. I know there's so many of you girls that love purple. Team Purple is getting some love tonight. So I'm gonna Cat Fronic here. I saw that you said it was blurry, so I will give you about 10 seconds to pull out your phone really quick. And let's do that one more time. If you take a screenshot of that. You can always go back, you guys, and catch the replay to take screenshots too. Again, this one's from Kathleen Ketterman. She sent me a pretty purple with the grapevines. And she sent me, purple is a color I have lots of cards in as her daughter. It's her daughter's favorite color too. Great gals like purple, right? So thank you, Kathleen, for that card. And then we're going to move on here to another purplicious card from my sunshine friend, Penny Powell, down in Florida. Look at that one, all these pretty flowers, wishing you a happy day. She sponged the edges of the white with purple to kind of have it blend in together. And she put like the glitter glue on the inside of the flowers. And then she punched the top here on the inside. Very pretty. I love it. Penny, thank you so much. Happy day to you as well. This one is from Chris Robinson, Pella, Iowa. And it's always nice to have someone in your life who can make you smile even when they aren't around. These look like little perennial lavender paper pumpkin pieces as well. So very pretty, Chris. I like the black and white with the purple. Love it. All right. I have an Irish card here from Miss Sandy Coy Emery. Good luck. Luck of the Irish. I got a St. Patty's Day card. She's got top of the morning sticker here. It looks like Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then it's a fun fold. So it opens up like this. So happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, Sandy. I hope you guys all had a great St. Patty's Day. This one, let's look at this, is from Christina Heiser. Very cool. Oh man, you guys. I know, right? Cindy, beautiful cards. This was the card layout that we just used for the Hooray for Surprises Let's Just Stamp class. So it goes like this. Hope your birthday is wonderful. Very nice. Okay, so I'm migrating, you guys. These are actually this little pile that I have here. So I do a customer swap every month. We've been doing it for maybe 6 years. I think, what year are we in? 24? We started it in 2017 or 2016 or 2018. I don't remember. But now these are, if you do the customer swap with me, these are the cards that were for the month of February. So Christina Heiser didn't send me this card per se. What I do is I am for being the host, I get one of the cards. And what I do is I donate my set of cards to a nursing home or to the senior center or to a place that they can then use the cards to brighten and cheer other people's days. So these are the customer swap cards from the month of February. This one is from Miss Elaine Reback. And so it opens up like, oh, that's super cool. So it opens up like this, and then it opens like that. And she's got some red and blue balloons. All right. So that's that one from Elaine. And so what the requirement with the customer swap group is the card that you leave for me, the host, goes in a paper envelope, because then we donate the paper envelope. Happy birthday. Oh man, if there's not a name on it, I don't always know who it is. So birthday blooms to you. So I do have a swap card showcase coming your way. You guys, I have about a year's worth of the customer swap that I feel like I haven't been sharing with you. And I decided we're just going to get right back on track, and we're going to be doing these monthly. So this is from Feline Mays in Oregon. And oh, look at that. Okay, like an easel card. Pops up like that. She used the ice cream swirl. And then she popped it up. Very cool. It's got some cherries on the inside. Hope your day is sweet. Some of that bubble bath ribbon and some of those sequins. Very cool. All right, so that one's from Feline Mays. And then this one is from Tabitha Lawson. All right, let's see what she's got. I like to show you guys the insides of them too. This looks like a book card. Yep, very good. So she's got the binding. She used the ice cream swirl. The strawberries look so good. They look like I could eat them right off the paper. Make a Wish. Very cool. So that one's from Tabitha. There's like about usually 8 to 12 that do the swap group. Over the holidays, we had less because it's hard. This one's from Diane Runge. Enjoy your day. And then it's one of the easel cards. Wishing you so much joy on this special day. The seasonal branches is what I feel like that is. And then the bird paper is from Flight and Airy. This one, you guys, look at this tackle box card. Now, this is Kathy Jackson, Iola, Wisconsin. You guys, she wrote it for me. So she was very detailed so I could tell you guys how to do this amazingly awesome Gone Fishing card. It uses Gone Fishing stamps and dies. The greeting is from Peaceful Moments. The greeting is stamped on vanilla cardstock over a label and inked Happy Birthday in espresso. Now, this is not a requirement, you guys, to write this, but she likes to hear things about the cards, and I remember a lot, but I don't remember everything. So the oval punch, the punch is the double oval, you only using the non-scallop part. A red festive pearl was added, and then the base for the card is early espresso, and the mat for the front of the card is also early espresso and dry embossed with the cane weave embossing folder, so you guys can kind of see the cane weave there. The outline is the tackle box frame using the cork board paper. If you guys remember from the harvest set from a couple years ago, there was some cork paper, so she used that. The objects located in the tackle box are either die cut on white cardstock and stamped with jet black memento, real red or bumblebee ink, and she used Stella. Stella, Ella, Ella, you guys, an update on Stella. Stella said she's going to be coming back to our lives. Hi, Karen Whitsign. She has been on a hiatus. She's been traveling all over everywhere but our homes. She's not been making it into our boxes when we buy them from Stampin' Up. She has been gallivanting everywhere but in our homes, right? She's only been in our homes if she was previously already there. But no more new Stellas have been out in a long time. But she did tell us that she will be coming back, and hopefully by the end of May, inventory will be replenished with Stampin' Up, and we can bring more Stella back into our lives, okay? Hi, Kenzie. In case you guys were wondering about Stella. All right, so the fish you see on the front of the card and on the inside of the card are from Let's Go Fishing, DSP, and she fussy cut and used Wingastella. The silver fishing lures are using a technique of pipe insulation tape. It comes on a good size roll and has adhesive on the backside. I attached the pipe insulation tape to white cardstock to give these lures more thickness to them. She then stamped the silver side of each of them, each silver lure located in the lower right corner of the tackle box with black stays on ink, and cut them out using a die from Gone Fishing die set. The silver lure located in the upper right section of the tackle box has two parts. A silver festive pearl right there is where the two pieces join. Super cool. It makes it look like nuts and bolts, kind of like keeping them together. A strip of cork DSP is added to the inside of the card. Boom. And then an envelope is with one card for the donation. You guys, she went above and beyond so I could tell you how to make this amazing card in case you have the Gone Fishing. Very, very cool idea. Kathy Jackson, you knocked it out of the ballpark. Thank you so much for your amazing card. I love it. So I felt very educated and smart talking about that card, you guys. I really did. All right. Last but certainly not least, Miss Elaine Rebeck from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin sent me an amazing Easter card using the little Quackers. I never remember the name from that set, but I always called it the Quackers. Sending warm and happy wishes this spring. And may your Easter be filled with rejoicing. So you guys, Easter will be here. Wow, in what, a week and a half? So look at all this happy mail, you guys. That was quite the stack. I appreciate you guys letting me share my happy mail with you. I think we're good, you guys. Stella's gonna get her groove back. Exactly. So you guys, thank you for your patience. I love to share the mail that I get, and I know that sometimes people are like, well, let's just get on with class. Well, you know what? We have time to look at people's happy mail that they take the time to make. I like to repurpose and reuse cards too. So when you guys send me blank cards, I absolutely use them, you guys. I do not throw the cards in the mail. I mean, the garbage. I repurpose and reuse your cards. I actually have a gal on my team. Her name is Tammy Sikolik. And if you do write in your card, we actually take your card and we will do card surgery, and we take the front of it and put it on a new base so that your cards always get another life when you send them to me. Just so you know that. We do not, I have a hard time throwing away cards, you guys. Can you tell? All right, you guys, we're going to do roll call. Are you ready? We have quite a list of names. We have 47 names for class tonight. I like to personally thank everybody who does this class. Rose has Gail Stefan in Canada who signed up for this class, and Rose wanted me to remind you guys she has 8 more. In case you're in Canada and you'd like to get this class, please reach out to her. Was the Kit for Today's class already mailed out? Janice Ormiston, that depends. That was, that's kind of like a loaded question. Only because we did some mailing last week, and we have a few that are still on the back counter. I had every intention to mail some cards out, some classes out to people on Monday. And with me not getting back in until Monday night, I still have a few people with classes here on the back counter. Jean Terwilliger, for example, you are one of them. And there are a few more. I just can't think of everybody's name off the top of my head. We did mail out some beforehand. I have some here. So Janice Ormiston, we'll have to look to see where we're at with yours. Yes, Jean Jurdis, I have a great team. I really do. I can't say that I don't. I definitely 100% agree. So Janice, we'll have to look to see. We'll have to see, okay? I'm in the middle of class now, but I'll look it up later on to see where we're at with you, okay? Good to know about the second card life. I feel guilty even thinking about it. Yes, Kat, I can't throw away cards. It's really hard. I can't throw away cards. So fortunately, I have somebody on my team that helps me with that, where I will give her the card. I'll read it. I'll look at the note like one more time, and then I'll put it to my memory bank, and then I pass it on to her, and she helps me give it another life. I do, you guys, Connie Moore, and anybody who's watching this in the United States, I have a plethora of kits. We kitted up 96 here, and I think I have 30 left. I will have this class for many moons, like, to come. Like, I could say in 2 years, I could probably even have this class, and we're doing past classes, I'll have some left. So, you guys, at any moment, if you're watching this video, or you're looking through my past classes, you'll see this on there. Just reach out to me. This class is free with a $50 order, or you can purchase it from me for $26 mailed. If you have other things that we're mailing out, I can consolidate. So back to the roll call. So Janice Ormiston, you are first on my list. You have a check mark next to your name. That tells me that it should have been mailed to you. I can go back and look. If you want to send me a quick email, I can go back and look to see what the tracking number is on it. But I think that we mailed that. You know what? I know what we did for yours, Janice. I figured it out. Memory here. You consolidated this class with the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack to save $4 for shipping. And the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack is being mailed out actually tomorrow. So your class will be mailed out tomorrow. You were okay with it not being on time to save the shipping, okay? That's what I remember. If you go back through our emails, I bet you will find that in a heartbeat. Okay, so first on our list, Janice Ormiston. Yay. And then Jean Terwilliger. Perfect, you guys. We got you figured out. And then Brenda Cottrell, Nan Ryan, Jenna Helms, Karen Woods, Donna Grushke, Sandy Wicklander, Sherry Everett, Shirley Malarkey, Jeannie Parker, Carla Lake, Angela Knutson, Nedra Dover, Melody Miller, Kathleen Ketterman, Angelique McClendon, Christina Bernards, Jean Maxwell, Feline Mays, Sandy Coy Emery, Susan Bellamy, Laura Sullivan, Georgine Darboy. I don't think there's a Y on the end. I'm trying to remember. Darbro. Georgina, I got to look up your last name now. I feel like I might have written it wrong in my book, so I don't think there's a Y on the end. But anyways, Georgine, you're my only Georgine, so I know it's you. Linda Hunt, Patty Wright, Pat Fleming, Linda Scott, Leslie McMinn, Karen Stagg, Vicki Rodriguez, Deanna Stell, Becky Gandolfo, Helen Chase, Kat Birch, Jean Jurdis. Deb Norman says, my memory is unbelievable. I try, you guys. I really do try. I loved playing that memory game as a kid where you had to, like, everything was upside down and you had to flip 2 things over and then, like, pair them up. I always wanted that. Mary Lemke. I'm not competitive at all, though, you guys. You're all rolling your eyes. Annette Rollin, Vera Anderson, Lynn Beasley, Ann Bellinger, Cindy Nicolosi, Mary Jo Stoll, Gwen Petrashek, Karen Skillern, and Kat Fronick. Okay, so yay. I show that 13 of you placed orders to get, I'm looking for a pencil, 13 of you placed orders to get the class for free. So at the end of class, you guys will do a random number generator drawing to pick a winner. Now, this is where, if you did not, I know I went through roll call kind of quick, but if you did not hear your name and you've signed up for this class prior to last Tuesday, then reach out to me. But I will tell you, I bet you won every single game. Don't forget the thumbs up, right? So you guys, can you tell I feel better than I felt on Monday night? I already know that, like, I can compare myself to how I felt Monday to how I feel now, and I feel like 100 times better than Monday night. You guys, I don't remember what I was going to say that. If you didn't hear your name in that roll call and you emailed me prior to like last Tuesday for signing up, please reach out to me. But if it has been from Tuesday of last week since today, I'm still getting those class registrations done. Okay, so I have plenty of kits. You guys don't have to worry about that. You can always refer to the replay. You guys, the PDF tutorial for this class was emailed out Sunday afternoon from the Houston airport, you guys. So as people tell me, I have a mind like a steel trap. Nothing gets past me. That's good. Yes, like an elephant, I have a mind like an elephant, I guess. That's another way that people tell it to me, like a steel trap. So Janice, I think we're square on yours. I know why yours hasn't mailed yet. So Brandon, the kittens. Oh, Brandon, there's one right here, Brandon. I don't know if you can see, but Hunky Doodle is right there next to my computer. That's Hunky Doodle's butt right there. Like that's Hunky Doodle. So sorry he doesn't have his face too, Brandon, but he's definitely there. I don't know where Bigger Tigger and Honey Bell are, but they're around somewhere. So, all right, the hair is almost dry, you guys. It's very nice. Okay. Nature's Sweetness class. We are officially an hour into class. I apologize. I don't know if I apologize, but I have had fun sharing my happy mail and going over things with you guys. We're going to make 4 cards. Oh, Mary Carls, I didn't call you. That makes sense to me. No, didn't call your name. I could have said, Mom has your kits. You picked them up the other day, didn't you? I thought that Mom picked up your kits, but we will have to confirm. I know it's very possible that I sent them with her and didn't write your name down. So, no, Mary Carls, you're on the book. Here, Mary, you're right here. Mary Carls, you were number 24. I was trying to figure out Georgine's. Maybe I didn't say it because I was distracted with Georgine, but you were right after Georgine. So you're on the list, Mary. You were number 24. So we're good to go, Mary. Okay, Nature's Sweetness class. We're into it. Let's go. So mini catalog, you guys. Nature's Sweetness is found on page 40 to 43. There's just always so many things to get caught up on. 40 to 43, this is what we're working with. Show me what I'm working with. So you guys, we have designer series paper. The designer series paper, I do like it. I have a book here that shows it off so you guys can see it. I do have these books available as well, like the pages. Nature's Sweetness. Every sheet in here got used at least once. You know, one side generally. Like we use that side, this side, that side, this side, and one of these. Maybe not this one, because this class got, this paper got saved for the monthly class. So Nature's Sweetness. So you guys, in case anybody's still looking for one of these, I have 3 left from the spring mini catalog. They are a great reference tool. They're called a DSP sampler, and they're available. Reach out to me if you want to get one. They're for you to put together and put in page protectors, and they're a great reference tool to see the designer series paper at a glance, like at a fast glance. All right, so that's the designer paper. And then with this came cork rounds. Now, for those of you who did my promotion, I do a promotion where if you got, whoa, wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Wrong button. I'm excited. You guys, can you tell I had coffee today? There were a few of you. Donna Grushke, Shirley Malarkey, Carla Lake, Melody Miller, Lynn Beasley, Laura Sullivan, all of you gals, you placed your order and bought the bundle as your RSVP for class. And so you got the cork rounds as a special gift from me for doing that. And I appreciate you guys liking the bundle suite so much that you bought it as your RSVP for the class. Mary Carls asked if the glass mat will be available again. You know, we asked Jill Taylor that, who's the VP of sales, and she said they don't know yet. They don't have any information to share with us, unfortunately, so I can't really tell you more than that they don't know. As soon as I hear anything, Mary, you guys will be the first to know that, like, as soon as I hear it, I'll be like sharing it. This faux leather trim, this gold leather trim was part of the suite. And then there are 2 bundles. They're called Lovely and Sweet and Notes of Nature. And when you flip over here, you can see the spread, the stamps and the dies. And so we're going to be using these dies and then the stamp sets. Let's just pull them over here. You guys, we really don't have a lot of ink colors that we used, but these are the 2 bundles, Lovely and Sweet and Notes of Nature, and we used a combination of the stamps and the words for this. So, hi Judy Sharp. So everything that we're using tonight primarily comes from these 2 bundles. Now, I do have to share with you, where do we get inspiration, you guys? Why do we have catalogs? I love catalogs like this because they give me ideas of where to start. So this card right here, if you look at this one, and then you look at the class card for tonight, you're gonna be like, oh man, that's really similar. I wonder if she cased that. You guys, casing is copying and sharing everything. And so you can see I cased the layout with the, you know, that bannery thing with the white piece underneath here, the white designer paper with the holes going through. I switched it up a little bit though, because I wanted embossing on there, and then I added the cork rounds and I changed up the knot a little bit. So just to show you, like, that's where you can start with something and then you make it your own, right? So copying is okay. It's not like we're in school, like high school or college, and we're gonna get in trouble for plagiarizing your paper or whatever, or copying off the internet. With card making, you guys, they really highly encourage casing. And so these are the cards we're gonna do tonight. We're going to make these 4 cards. So in your kits, you've got all the bits and parts and pieces ready to go. And so you should be able just to grab out pieces, and we're going to get stamping here momentarily. Now, I did realize that I set this stuff here. The Trusty Tool Stamp Stack, I wanted to share with you guys what we kitted today is the 14 different tool cards. I do have some limited spaces available for either in person with Diane next Wednesday or next Friday, sometime during the day. I think it's either 10 or 1. I can't remember when I'm doing my class. We're going to make, literally, we are going to make 14 cards. I'm thinking it might take me 3 hours, but I'll make sure to go to the bathroom and drink lots of water before I start with you guys. But 14 cards might be a lot, and then we got to cut the paper. We're working on the PDF tutorial right now so that we can get that out to you in advance by more than a day or 2, so that you guys can start cutting your tools and cutting your DSP ahead of time. So just, that's what we kitted up today. I wanted you guys to know that there are some left. The other things we kitted up today, in case you guys are wondering, I like to share these. The game night coming up is Good Feelings. These 4 cards, 5 cards, actually it's 5 cards. So that's game night, where you give me your lucky numbers and then we play games. And then the Wild Ferns order-based class. I realize I haven't emailed about this one yet, so we haven't had a lot of people signing up. I think it's because we haven't advertised it yet. But Diane only has 1 person signed up. And so if you need to get signed up for this, reach out to me with the order-based class. And then I'm kitting up 8 more of this class. Ink, paper, scissors for next week, you guys, is sold out. But I'm kitting up 8 more, so it's not sold out. And just so you know, that's what's next week, Thursday. Okay, now I'm good, you guys. We are going to get so stamp happy right now. I'm going to put my hair back so that I don't have to keep playing with it with the ones that keep falling out. Okay, when you guys get your kits from me or Rose, they are going to come in envelopes like this. And everything should be in the envelope. Now, sometimes we put all the gems in one of the envelopes, right? To keep it all like so close together. So I don't remember which envelope has all the gems. I'll be honest, it must be this one because I felt it. So when you open it up, nope, it's not that one. Let's find the one that has the gems in it, because then we'll have them right off the bat. See, what we did is just 12 gems. This is how we kitted up here in the States. There's 12 in there, and then you have 4 cards, so you're gonna put 3 on each card. So what you're gonna do is open up your envelope and pull out your bits and parts. Let's look and see which one this is. This is that card. So that's the one we're going to start with. So we're going to move these out of the way. And I'll be honest with you guys, we need to do some stamping. I tried to make this simple for you guys. So in your kit, you guys will have 2 pieces. Let me grab them real quick. You guys will have 2 white pieces like this. They're basically a quarter sheet of basic white. In your email, did you say you had extra of this class? Yes, Ruth Nicholson, I sure do. And we could mail them together with the Trusty Tool stamp stack. So then, Ruth, though, you pay via my Squarespace website. I want to send you a discount code for $4 so that you can save some shipping. So before you pay online, just hold tight. But for now, send me an email, say you want the class. And then what we'll do is I'll get you a code sometime soon. You guys, when I sent this email out, I'm going to show, oh, that's my old phone. Hang on. I can do this differently. Hang on one moment, please. Follow the instructions on the pin pad. Just kidding. You guys, we emailed out the PDF. Let's go back to sent really quick. I want to show you what I sent you in case you aren't watching for emails. This is called Nature's Sweetness. I sent you an email, and in the email is a picture. And it's important that you guys are looking through this stuff so that you can see how to stamp things. So this picture looks a little bit wonky, but it kind of shows you there's 2 pieces of paper and how to lay out the stamps. So ultimately, what we're going to do is stamp these images first on the white, and then we'll have them ready for each of the cards. Complete with cat fur. Wow, okay. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so this is one of the stamps that is in the set. And so we're using pecan pie for all of these, actually. All right, so there's one. And what we're going to do is stamp it over here. So what sometimes we'll do is just cut the scraps of paper and put them in each of your kits. Well, in this case, it was just easy enough to stamp or to put 2 bigger pieces. And then this one can go like this over, put it over here. Now, it's too hard. You can't fit both of these on the same one. So now that we have that, I'm going to set this over here, and we need to get this guy. All right, he looks like he's up over here, so we can sneak him. I don't want to get my card full. So there's one of those. Okay, and then you need 2 of this guy. So the leaf, we're going to do 2, 1 here, and we're just going to do 1 here. And then the last one is the vanilla. And we're going to put that, let's say you got a little space right here. You got plenty of room, you guys, okay? So what my picture looks kind of like stretched and skinny, but I tried to show you that you can fit all 6 of the things you need on these 2 pieces of white paper. That's all I wanted to show you there. So now you have those stamped. You are going to be doing more stamping for your insides, but now we have that stamped for your outside for now. And what you can do, oh, I need a scissors. One moment, please, again. Guys, I had class for my beginners yesterday, and they don't bring any supplies because they're beginners. And so I had to like beg, borrow, and steal from everywhere I could. And that's why I'm like, they're not in my thing. So what we're going to do now is just rough cut these apart. And we're going to run these through the cutter and have them all die cut. All right, somebody, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, in one of my messages somewhere, somebody, and if you're listening, you can tell me, somebody asked for me to show you guys this. And I thought, well, I'm going to show this to you, everybody. It's the caddies. I have somebody here. Her husband makes these for me. And they are for, I do sell them. And so they fit 3 scissors because I use scissors for glue, ribbon, and glue, paper, and ribbon. And then it fits your tear and tape back here, right? So you can fit a whole roll of tear and tape. I fit 4 sheets of dimensionals, my adhesive eraser, a bone folder, my little metal ruler. We've redesigned these recently so that both of these fit in this slot. In the very beginning, they used to not both fit there, and I have one of the originals here. It fits your ink eraser, a tweezers, if you want a tweezers, your Stella, my take your pick tools in my bag to go because the beginners love the take your pick tool. And then this also fits a nice erasable pen. So mini glue dots are in the front with liquid glue. So I'll have to think back who asked me to see this video or to see this, but this is our little cube, our little caddy is what we call that. Okay, all right, so now that you guys have these, what you can do is, I don't know, if you don't have the dies, you can fussy cut them. Like let's say you did get the stamps, but if you don't have, if you do have the dies, it would be great now just to pull out the dies, and you can do any of the the die cutting for these. Now, if you don't have this exact bundle, it's okay. You could use something else. These cards are very versatile. Since I had this paper already and I don't have the stamps, I fussy cut the images from the paper. Do you know if they're the same size as the stamp? And I'm hoping this will work and not look too small. You know, I honestly don't know. Does any other demonstrator that's watching know if the designer paper will match? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't have the designer paper down here. I only have my little DSP sampler book, and that is cut apart, kind of small. So you guys, what we're gonna do is take and line up the dies. So, and this is what we did last night in class too. We had everybody do their stamping of these things all at once, and then they could go and cut them as they needed them for the class. And so we are going to grab one more piece of tape here and put that for this guy. And I think we could cut all of 4 of these at once. You guys, this is just low tack artist tape, and I got it off of Amazon back in the day. I haven't seen it out there recently, but so for the caddy, you guys, I have ones for my team. If you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, yours that you get would say Be Happy Stampers. And I do a reduced rate for my team of $20. And then the one that says Be Creative is $25. So just a little thing I like to give team perks when I can. So we're going to pull in the machine here. And you guys, the reason I use the tape is because I've just spent the time stamping. I don't want to risk things moving on me, and it happens all the time. Like if you're not secure with the dies, they'll move around and jump on you, and then you'll end up having to redo it. So I don't feel like redoing anything. Janice, it was you who asked. Okay, you know, I was gonna guess you. I'll be honest with you. You were the first person on my mind that was the one that asked. Okay, if something does move or jump around on you, we have a way to fix that. We're just gonna use our scissors and kind of help it out and redo it. It must have jumped a little bit. So we're going to. So when you guys use the dies here, I noticed that my plate wasn't all the way over there. So let's just take and do the assist here. I didn't have my plate lined up, I guess. Wasn't giving it enough pressure, but no worries. I could put the die back in there, but I don't think I'm gonna spend the time doing it since it's so good like that. Okay, that's garbage. What happens is those words get cut off. So all of them that have the words, the die does not include those words. I kind of wiggle around with it until I get it lined up where I want it. Press that tape down, and then there should be one more leaf right here, and we'll run this through one more time, and we won't need to do any more die cutting for the rest of the class because we'll be done. So Janice, you were the one that asked me. I appreciate you following up and letting me know that. I don't always show the caddy off, but you know, a lot of the times you guys know it's there because that's where I keep all my adhesives and my tools in. So, all right, so there's that, and we'll just put this back here for now. All right. Perfect. Would solve some of my organizing issues. Yes, Anik. The only thing is I don't ship outside of the country. So if you knew somebody in the States who you'd want to ship it to, and then you're visiting them or they're visiting you, or that they can send it to you, I don't do international shipping for goods, for classes or for products. So for things like the bow maker or any of that kind of stuff. Because you guys, I also have like these bow makers too that are available. All right, so we got the bits and parts done. So like this one goes with that one. These two will go with that card. These two go with this card. And that one will go with this one. Now I showed you that mine cut a little bit wonky. There's a little bit of extra white paper showing along the bottom. All you have to do is take your scissors like this and just help it out and cut some of that off. And no one will ever know that it was originally just a little bit off. All right, so now we can get back on track. So we're starting with, that goes with that one. We were starting with this card, I think. And I was trying to figure out if, oh, there it is. I was like, where did I put my stuff? Right there. All right, so this is the kit. So we don't need these, that, or this. Okay, this is the kit, you guys, that has all your cork rounds in that you're going to be using for the whole class. This one has a little strip for you to stamp a sentiment on. Now, the ink that got used for the majority of everything is Pecan Pie. We do use Versamark in a little bit to do some heat embossing. This is a Pecan Pie that is embossed with the Time Worn type folder, a strip of designer series paper that's like 2 inches by 5 1/4. Your 2 white pieces. Well, Anik, I was trying to help you out to figure this out. So I can say that there was, I have a new friend in Canada that was looking for one of these caddies and some bow makers, and she was actually visiting a friend in the United States. And so I was able to ship it to her friend in the United States, which worked out perfectly for both of us. So very good. All right, then you guys have your leather trim here, your faux leather trim, and then your card base. And what you can do is burnish the edge because I haven't done that yet for you. And there's some stamping over on the side here. There is that background stamp that looks like, let me grab it. It's this guy right here. And it looks like fishnet actually. We're gonna stamp that around the edges, right? And then we're also gonna stamp congratulations. And then on our inside, we're going to stamp that little leaf thing. All right, so we got just a little bit more stamping to do. And we're gonna grab a little scrap paper here. Your white pieces are the same size, so it doesn't matter which one. Pecan pie, ha 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 ha. It could be pecan pie too, I guess. It just depends where in the world you live, right? So my leaf is going this way, so I want it, I usually put things on the right, but in this time I'm gonna put it on the left-hand side. Excuse me, and then our congratulations, it's gonna go on this one. And don't be afraid to put your stamps on the block diagonally if they fit better that way. Let's just see what happens here. And I'm gonna put it closer to the left side. Oh, it's a little bit lower than I want it. It's okay, it's straight, but I think I want it a little bit higher. Let's see if we can make that happen. Perfect, Janice. I will definitely set one aside for you. Okay, there's the congratulations. And then we have this piece here. And we're going to be doing this netting thing. I'm going to put this over here. And don't hesitate to do things at second strength so they look a little bit lighter versus full strength. Things look softer. We're going to just go right down the edge. You don't have to do the area that gets covered up. So what we're doing is just creating a background. So these 2 sets, don't forget to stamp off though, otherwise you're going to end up with a darker. These 2 sets have great background images. So when you put this on here like this, you could do a little test of the public broadcasting system and see once if you need to do any more. And I think that my background got stamped everywhere it needs to. You have a decision to make though. Do you want to do this side over here or not? If you like the clean white look, leave it. If you want it to be matchy-matchy, then stamp it. So I have this one, it's hard to see it, but I don't have anything here. You can't really tell that, but I don't have anything there. But if you do, all you have to do is grab your stamp. Don't forget to stamp off and work your way down the edge. And then that really just took care of that. Okay, that's it for our pecan. So you can hardly see. Do they need to get cleaned, Kenzie? Do you need to take like a rubbing alcohol and clean them off so that they're not foggy anymore? Or is it just that the acrylic is just gone bad on you? All right, so we're gonna take our liquid glue here, and that goes behind your designer paper. And we're gonna leave about 1/8 of an inch from the right side. Now your leaves should have a pattern to them. I have mine, they look like they go that way. So I would rather have them go upright versus upside down. And then grab your scissors. I'm sure that your designer paper is a hair longer than it needs to be. And all you have to do is trim that. Always better to have it too long than too short. All right. And then now what we can do is flip this over and we can put, it's something stuck to my finger. You can put this and this on. Okay, so on your inside, if you were thinking that you wanted to put a sentiment in there, I would definitely stamp, oh, it got scratched. Okay, yeah. You know, at some point you're gonna decide, I'm just going to replace these and get some blocks that you can see through, because it is always easier to stamp if you can see through them. If you want to stamp something on the inside, I would definitely do that before you put your adhesive down. Okay, so there's our inside. I do have a friend in Ohio, and we looked into shipping fees for paper pumpkins. They are outrageous, so I think the same goes for the caddy. Yeah, I would bet you it would probably cost over $20 or $30 to ship it, would be my guess. Okay, since this is already done for you with the embossing, all we need to do is flip on some tear and tape to the back side. So we're going to put 3 of them sitting over here for the time being. Grab the one, figure out the top and the bottom. There's a word in here that says harvest. I can see it right there. So I always know that that's the right way. The tear and tape is going to go near the bottom edge. And what you can do is grab one of these leather trims, and you're about, I don't know, like a 1/4 inch from the bottom edge. So like the width of 2 of these is as far away you are. And you're gonna bring this, I always like to look at it from the front, get it straight, and then catch your tail on the back side. And then this one is gonna go right above it. Hi, Sarah Marison from Australia. Yay, thanks for joining us. And then this is gonna flip over. And now we need to secure this with some tear and tape, all right? It's gonna hold it down. Now this stuff is pretty thick, like thick. And you aren't gonna wanna try to glue this flat. I think you're definitely gonna wanna pop this up with some dimensionals. So we're gonna put about 6 of them on the back, would be my plan here. Don't peel off the tape. Like you can leave it just like that. If you peel off the tear and tape, it's gonna wanna stick right here where the tear and tape is, and it's gonna try to pull it to the card, and you don't want that. So I just leave it all the way it is. And then this will go to the left side and then centered top to bottom. Like so. All right, now, I pulled the wrong thing. I actually need this one. Okay, then we have our congratulations. So I wanna just flag the end. It's not even a flag, it's just diagonal cutting it like this. And I want this to kind of be even in terms of height with this. The other thing I'm noticing too is it's kind of pulling it up. So to get this a little bit more secure, I think I'm going to just grab another little piece of tear and tape and pull my little gold things away for the moment. and then I'm going to stick them right into that tear and tape like that. Okay. Perfect. Now for this sentiment strip, what we can do is grab the edge here of our dimensional track. We're gonna make a track basically. And we're gonna take 2 of these and put one right next to the gold faux ribbon. And I'm going to put another one pretty, because so this is gonna be like right like that. We're gonna put another one right there. And let's see here. We can't forget about this guy. So before I put this down, I want to color this, okay? So these cards were designed, and I went with a more monochromatic look where it's like brown and white and a little bit of gold. And when I did the Saturday in-person version for this class, the gals were like, oh, can we color? Can we color this stuff? And I'm like, absolutely. So we did the same thing in class last night, and it looks super cool coloring in. And my old olive needs to be sharpened. So let me grab a pencil sharpener. All right. So the colored pencils are amazing, but that's what they are, pencils. And if you have a little sharpener handy dandy, you can sharpen your pencils so that you get a nice little point on them again. All right. So old olive is what you could pick for this. You could go soft and delicate, or you can do a little bit more like depth and tone with the leaves. And so I didn't even think about it, you guys. So I'm like, I asked the gals in class last night, I'm like, do you think that more people would have signed up for this class if these would have been colored? And they're like, well, maybe, because you guys, I will do a side-by-side with you here and show you how cool it looks with them colored. And you might not even have these stamps, and you could be using whatever stamps you want. And you might be thinking, well, the brown looks like blah. But when you add color to these, it really does make them pop. Hi, Vonda, Saya. All right, so let's go over here. So the glass mat is amazing for doing colored penciling work because the glass mat is completely smooth, so you don't get streaky lines as much as if you have an uneven work surface. So we're going to do a couple more leaves here, and then we're going to get the blender pen out, and we're going to blend them softly together. So you guys, I am just chicken scratching this, really, I am. In the new colored pencils, there's another one that is called Pecan Pie, and you can color these guys with the pecan pie, just like that. And then flowers. Now, what color flowers do you want? Soft pink ones or yellow ones? In here, there's a coral. There's a melon. Mambo. What colors should they be? You guys can maybe phone a friend. Let me know. Phone me as your friend. What color flowers should those be? I'm going to grab my blender pen. And we can figure out what color to color these. So with the blender pen, let's grab this piece of paper back. We are just going to, this is what's really cool here. Let's zoom in. The whole smoothing this out is so cool. It just takes those streaky little lines away. Even more so. Okay, I hope they make the glass. Yes, Deb Norman, I completely agree. I hope they do too. So many people are waiting for it. So you see how awesome that turns out when you just take that blender pen, kind of smooth it out. So my blender pen is probably on its last leg. It's a little dry, I can't deny that. So, but it's doing the work it needs to be doing, which is blending out our colored pencil activity. It definitely doesn't have a lot of juice in it, but you can see a difference, I think, between these bottom three and the top four. Like, they look professional. All right, the bottom ones here, they look like they need help. All right, so coral. Deb Norman says coral. Okay, I like it. I like it. Finish off this one. And then we're gonna do this guy. Right there. Okay, do you see that? That turned out nice. You can always go back. Sarah says pink ones. Okay, you can always go back and add a little another layer of the blending. Okay, my marker is kind of dry, but it still worked. Coral. Let's see what coral does, because they're kind of like a pinky red. So I'm going to do a little bit darker in the middle, and we're going to do lighter around the edges here. Perfect. Okay. A little darker in the middle, and then lighter on the edges. Perfect. So that's our coral. And grab your blender pen. You can smooth it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. All right. So now you guys are going to be able to see a side-by-side comparison of colored or not colored. And what we're going to do is pop this up, and we're going to pop it up with a few dimensionals here and right there. Yeah, the blender pen does make the magic happen. All right, and then what I'm going to do is grab a glue dot and put that on the end right there. Picked up a used 12 with a grid a couple years ago. I think they are meant for sewing. $5 is awesome. $5 is $5. All right, so here's where we're going to set this down into here. And then this now, it's going to go right like here. And I think I wanted that leaf to come up and over slightly. So I'm trying to keep my faux leather trim exposed here, and the sentiment's like riding right on top of it. The leaf comes over the top, and there it is. Okay, so we have our corky rounds. You should have 6 big and 6 small. So between the cards, you're going to use like 2 of one and then the opposite. And so like this one, I'm going to use 2 small and a big. And like on the next card, then I'll use 2 big and a small. All right. All right, so let's do a side by side. All right, definitely must say the colored one is what gets me going. I feel like this one's pretty, but if you didn't have them next to each other, you would be like, yep, that one's perfect. But then all of a sudden you see the colored one, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I do like it colored. And now I'm thinking I should have colored them for the photograph. But they're both nice, right? They both have their own appeal, okay? All right, so good. We got one done. We're going to keep her moving, you guys. So I'm going to just go right into the next card so that, let's see where I can set these. I'll keep it here for a second while we pull the next one out. In case you guys are wondering, that's what the cork rounds look like. There's small and there's big. All right, let's move our colored pencils over to yonder. And we're going to grab this one. Oh man, okay. This is, we're gonna get this one out of the way. This one is your detailed Mac Daddy lots of steps card, okay? Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. All right, there's a lot that's going into this. Yes, you guys are liking the colored pencil one, I get it. I definitely agree. It's old olive, pecan, and then coral. And the colored makes it look more polished and finished. So definitely get it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do coloring for all of them because I didn't do coloring on any of them. I left them all not colored, and I don't know why I did that, but I did. All right, you guys. This one's already embossed for you. Thank you to Rhonda Ayers for doing the embossing. Karen Wetstein helped us out with doing all of the cutting of your designer paper. Karen also helped me cut like little strips like that. And then Tammy and her mom and Anna Brabadoo helped me with the die cutting, you guys. It's Diane helps with kitting. Jolene helps with the tutorials. You guys, it's definitely a labor of love. This long die piece is in your kit, all right? it needs to get cut into thirds, but we're gonna do that momentarily. You use a section here, a section, and a section. So just hang tight with that for the moment. You have a piece of white that's for your inside, and we're just gonna stamp the little vanilla in there. You have 3 pecan die cut pieces here. They're all from the die set, so don't lose them. You have this, which is cut from, that's also one of the dies, like in here. It's part of this set. Those are those 2 dies right there, super coolsies. And we're gonna work on that momentarily. We're gonna be doing some heat embossing. I love color, but in this case, I like the plain one better. Oh, very cool. Kelly likes the monochromatic. I love it. Okay. We're gonna be doing heat embossing. So if you don't have a heat embossing, you could probably stamp in black on here and it would probably show up, but we're gonna use the white embossing powder. That's for here. This is exposed brick embossing, and that'll go on the side here. And you've got about 7 inches of this trim. So how do we do the trim? What you're gonna do is on one end, you're gonna make an overhand knot. An overhand knot, you make a loop and you bring the tail through it and keep it close to the edge, right? That's it, that's an overhand knot. All right, then make sure you have your words facing the right direction. So this talks about, we touch this macaleb due to the use of this root for a long series of years. Okay, read your words if you want to. This knot starts underneath. It's very, you might have a really little bit of closeness here, but that's okay. Just don't rip it. So this is gonna go up like this, and that little knot's gonna hang there. And then this is gonna go down through the next hole. And after that, it doesn't matter really because you don't see it till it comes up over here. Now, in class, I saw people that they wanted to see that leather trim, I'm guessing because they put this whole ensemble up a little bit and then they could see the weaving of the ribbon. So I'll show you what I mean when we put this together. So for now, I'm going to entertain this idea of just weaving back and forth so you guys can see what it looks like. Try not to twist it. And what happens is this is gonna come up over here and go down over here. Ultimately, you want, if you want it to match mine, you want it to come up here and go down here. And then this is gonna get put underneath. So now we talked about this gold leather trim having height to it. And because it has height to it, you're gonna definitely want to use some dimensionals to assist in popping it up. So I'm taking this whole long track and I'm gonna put it on the one side like that. And I'm going to search for another one. And we're going to grab this guy and this end. And we're gonna utilize both of these. So it's in essence, popping up the edge. And so this guy can go here. Oop, and that's a little bit longer than it needs to be. We're gonna have to trim that off. Otherwise it's gonna hang over. Good, all right. So what's happening is this piece right here is gonna get some adhesive. We can glue this one down. It goes on the left-hand side, and the top, the bottom, and the left are all the same margin, like that. Thanks, Angela. Someone said they are looking at bringing the Stampin' Up! Mat from the Melbourne on stage. Someone said they are looking at bringing the Stampin' Up! Mat from the... Okay. I think I know what you mean. That they're talking about bringing it back. Yes, that is the hope and goal, is that it is brought back. Definitely. When I talked to Jill Taylor, they didn't have a plan yet, or haven't, they're probably still having internal discussions on it is what's happening. All right, so I'm peeling these off, you guys. And the knot goes on the left and the open end goes on the right, and it's not centered top to bottom. It's actually a little bit south of the equator, and it's off the edge by like 1/8 of an inch. And so when I put this down here, I'm gonna try to follow one of those lines so I keep it straight, hopefully. And once you put this down though, you gotta like go with it because you're not gonna rip it off very easily. So there's that, all right? Then we're gonna need our tear and tape again. I knew exactly where it was, and it was underneath my dimensionals. We're gonna take a piece of tear and tape, and then this little tail is gonna flip over, and then we're gonna take another piece and make our tear and tape sandwich. And now you have a choice. You could just leave it flat, or you could pop this whole thing up. I guess for me, I personally, on this one, I left it flat because it was only just one thing, and I didn't want to keep adding more height to it because we've got more height coming. So this is gonna get liquid glue on the back. And then I've got this, about, I don't know, like 1 finger width from the bottom, and it's pretty close to that right hand side. And it's like, you see the gray over there. And did you guys, can you tell that the cats are used to me being home now because they really haven't bothered us at all? Did you notice that? Did anybody else like, huh, it's crazy, the cats aren't all over her because they're sick of me already. All right, so this one is where vanilla is, this vanilla. So we need that. And before we do this though, I think we're gonna do our embossing, our heat embossing. So we've got like the base of this ready to go. All right, heat embossing. So we need this guy. We need, let's see here, the embossing powder. I keep it in my nice handy dandy container. And that's where the white powder resides. I brought my heat embossing additions toolkit that has a buddy in here. And so you can take your buddy and white, whoa. Well, that chalk pillow is very chalky. Did you guys see what it really did? It just made it completely, whew, really white. So let's flip that over. And we're gonna try that again. I'm not gonna push as hard this time. Okay, there. I really pushed into it really hard. So let's see here. All right, Versamark pad is what you need. And you could use a white craft pad as well. So the tutorial says you could use either. It turns out really good using a Versamark as well as the white craft pad. And this one is, I love this. Today is all about you. Happy birthday. All right, so you're gonna use the Versamark pad. Versamark is like a gooey inky pad. It's like a pigment pad. And what it does is it helps the embossing powder stick to it. And I want this to be closer to the right-hand side. Just put it right there and just cross our fingers and hope it's good. It's gonna be hard to see it. It's invisible ink, kinda. I'd say it's like invisible ink. I like to shut things up, get it out of the way, and then we're gonna go over here. There's a tweezers. Use it so that you're not using your fingers so much. What I do is I pour the powder over it, try to get as much back. I tap it. And if you have any little bits that are on, you can take your little paintbrush and like brush them off. Now, these are teeny tiny pieces of plastic pellets. What happens when you heat them up is they melt together and it's like magical amazingness. You guys, if you wonder how I got started stamping over 20 years ago, I watched somebody do this. And the rest is history. So I have an old school Stampin' Up! Heat gun. Like this one is over 10 years old. It's a workhorse. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna let it heat up for a second and then I'm gonna show it to you. Okay? You never want to like point this at your embossing powder because it will blow it all over the place. So I'm gonna just zoom in like this. So hopefully you guys can see this transition. Okay, so what happens is I see sometimes people waving it all over the place and that never really does anything. I keep it on one spot, I watch it melt, and then I just work my way to the other side, and then I went back to it. And so what happens now is when I go across this, it's not gonna wipe off. the trick to knowing if if you haven't done it and you do that, if it's not heated up all the way, it's gonna wipe right off. All right, so I do have like a little bit of chalkiness or powdery residue on there. What you could do, hi, it's Bigger Tigger. We were just talking about you, little handsome boy. You could take a paper towel, get it a little wet, and then you could wipe off that powder. And you shouldn't have any problem with the embossed part because it should be embossed. And then what we're gonna do is at an angle, we're just gonna angle that end. Hi, buddy. I don't have any treatsies here for you. All right, so then with our vanilla, now the question is to color or not to color? That is the question. Oh, vanilla. Vanilla to me is yellowy. So I'm looking for my colored pencils. I set them literally here. Okay, always in front of you. There is one called Daffodil Delight. In class last night, people used, to me the flower should be like a vanilla color, but there is no vanilla. So I'm gonna just do a light yellow on here, a little bit. Not too much though. So again, I'm gonna make it so it's not monochromatic. Like this one's kind of like that. We're just doing really light yellow. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna grab the blender. Hi, buddy. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab a little slip here just to make sure there's no, oh, yep, there's some color in there. Green, of course. Okay, so we're just gonna lightly go over that. Now, if you wanted a different color, you can. You might not have the stamp set. You might use a different flower. Okay, that's done. So what I'm gonna do to, all this stuff needs to get connected together. So we're going to put a little glue dot right here on the end. This fits in right above where the Y is, okay? And then that little guy comes wrapping around here. All right, so I did yellow. I think for this one, you guys might prefer the white. Yeah, I could have used pink, but I don't know. We went with yellow. I saw somebody do it last night, and it wasn't bad. All right, so there's that. Then what we're gonna do is take this bigger of the pecan pie. I'm going to put a glue dot on the stem part of it, and then this is going to go behind here and fill in this area. I'm gonna try to get some of those leaves to come towards the front like that. Okay, so there's that one. We're gonna do the same with this. I'm gonna put a glue dot on the front of it, and this one gets a glue dot on the front. So this one, we're gonna work this one in here, like that. You guys get to feel like the floral arrangers you didn't know you can be. And this last little dude is gonna come out right over here. Okay, so that's filling in around the edge. All right, so we've got those three pieces attached. And now this guy, how do we cut this apart? So this piece right here, this end of the top of it, is the piece that goes in the back here, and it's gonna get cut off. There's a small little guy right here, that small little guy, cut it right there. Right, that's where that gets cut. And what you wanna do is round this to make it look like you didn't just hack it off. Right, so then this one is, well, and I will tell you, I probably, let's see here, that's this guy. I think what I maybe did, I maybe kept that connected on this one for right here, but this is okay. This one's gonna go, we're gonna do right, because this guy right here is here. Right, so this one, again, I hacked it off. It's about this much. There's the one little knobby over there. That's what's coming out over here. And then this one, if I would have looked at it a little closer, I would have left that little guy connected to this one. So here, this guy's gonna be a little bit shorter coming out. It'll still work, and it'll give us some extra texture, but it's a little bit shorter than I wanted it, but that's okay. Glue dot. So you're gonna take your glue dots and put a glue dot on the end of that one. We're gonna do it on the end of this one and the end of this one. This one is going to come out the bottom here. So you know what the great thing about having the actual sample is I can take this and set it right onto it. So as you guys create your own samples, you can do that. So that guy came out there. And then this one is going to come out something like that. And then we've got some last little filler inner here. Just tuck that like right there. Just it adds a little bit more. Right? So that's how we took that one long straight piece and we make it look like it's curved like that. All right. Back to this. This is now going to go on here. So we've got this whole thing as one piece. Now your choices are, do you want it to cover up the ribbon and be more centered, or do you want to see the ribbon and have it up higher? For me personally, I like it like this. I still see the ribbon coming out the sides, and I feel like the focal image is this, where when you put it up here, it gets distracting to me. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to use some more of the edge of my my dimensional here, and this piece is going to go right about here. And I think we're going to also, oh, there's a honey sighting, you guys. There's a little honey 2.0 right there. Honey, baby girl. She's into cleaning herself, you guys. She's a little preoccupied. All right, so this is going to go right about here. Hang on. And so that's going to help us with the height because this was popped up. And then what I'm thinking is we're going to use a little tear and tape. Did I hear correctly? They are changing glue dots. I don't know. They changed them a couple years ago. They used to be on the roll here, and now they're on here. So they did that though a couple years ago already. So then we're gonna just set this on here like that. Okay. Now, we're not done because things are flippy floppy, right? That's good, but this stuff, it might need help. So what you can do is, oh, I don't have my take your pick tool, but what we can do, we're gonna take a glue dot, we're gonna do the assist back here, so then that one's kind of held down, and then take a glue dot here and put it behind this leaf. That will help hold that one down. This stuff needs something, and so we're gonna take a dimensional and put that back here. This thing needs a little help too. What I might do for that though is put a dot of liquid glue right in the middle back area here, like that, and then I'll help hold that down because right now it was not very solid. This one right here too is another one that's not very solid. It's just hanging out. So I would take my glue, put a little dot right there. I do see that my foam dimensional is peeking out right there. Very, very hard to spot that though, because it kind of looks like it's part of the flower. All right, and now this one, I'm gonna do a big and a small. I always like a big and a small together. You guys, the cork rounds look really great with this. And then I could use a big one over here if I wanted. Something like that. All right, so like Stella, whatever you want. I know we didn't Stella the last one, didn't think about it till right now, but you can always go back and Stella that first one. So, your call. Just wanted to show you different ways. Now, here is your choice on this. Here, I should say, here are your choices. The one on the right, I did a little bit of a yellow flower. The one on the left is monochromatic. Now, in this case, I think I would leave it plain, okay? But it's nice to see what the yellow looks like. So you guys can make your own choice. And if you want to color your flower a different color, you could. So lots of little details. Again, you guys, this card was totally inspired from casing the mini catalog. When you look in the book here, you guys, it's great to see ideas and get inspiration. And this card completely came from right there. That's where I saw it and just changed it up to make it my own. All right, so there we have it. Card number 2, done. All right, we have 2 more cards to go, you guys. The next 2 are not gonna be as crazy. Now this one's very similar to what we've done. A little bit of stamping. We gotta grab these 2 dies, and the last 2 dies will go on the last card. And this one, grab your card kit. This is very, very similar layout to the first card, but changed it up slightly. So grab your bone folder. Sonia says she is for the color. Okay, see, good, good, good. You guys, isn't that what's great about card making? Is you're making it and you can do it exactly how you want. And this way I could show you different ideas. All right, so what we've got for this is, we got 2 gold leaves, you guys. These are from the Adoring Hearts embossing folder die hybrid set. That's where those come from. They were extra from a card class we did a couple months ago, and so they needed to get designed into a card, so that's why they got pulled in here. What we can do, we can get a little bit glue happy and get some pieces put together on this just to get going. This designer series paper, again, there's a direction to it. It's going to go on the left hand side and leave yourself about 1/8 of an inch if you want to see white over there. If you don't want to see the white, just put it all the way to the edge, completely up to you. Melody likes the monochromatic, so does Deb. Good, good. See, everybody's liking something different. Grab your scissors, just trim off the extra. And then now this is one where we're going to use the tear and tape. You guys, she's literally sitting in the sink. I don't know if you can see her. Can you hear the noise? That you can see her head. Honey! Her head is right there. Do you see it? She's in the sink, laying in the sink with the drain. She's playing with the drain. All right, so there's this. And then we've got our 2 are going to be, oh man, finito. I finished my tear and tape, you guys. All right, that means we can grab the next roll that's almost empty here. And we can pick these off. Now this one has 6 inches of the gold trim, and it's going to slightly go to the edge here to help with the seam or transition from our designer paper. And grab the tape. And for this one, I'm not going to pop up the big white piece. Honky, I see you, buddy. And then we're going to glue this flat. So that's what we did for this. We're just going to add our designer paper, put the little ribbon trim, and then put this onto the card base. All right, another one that's pecan gold and white. All right, so there's our base. It's all about the base. No trouble. Now, this is a stylish shape from the stylish shape. It's a square from the stylish shapes. We're going to grab the sentiment that says, just a little note to say hello. I love, you guys, I love these fonts where it's a little bit scripty and then the capital print letters. All right, this is going to go in the bottom right-hand side at full strength. I noticed there's a little spot on mine, but I'm going to put that spot to the top right so that it gets covered up. This is going to get tucked right down here. Having a play day at Debbie's tomorrow with the ladies. Julie miss. Oh, Penny, I miss you guys already. Make sure to say hi to everybody for me. And then we're going to use that background that's covered. Oh, where is it? Let's see here. Maybe I don't have it pulled out anymore. This one right here. That's what we need. All right, so let's grab this one. And this is going to be, okay, so this isn't big enough to do the whole thing. So what you're going to have to do is play with it, get it figured out how you want to do it, but definitely stamp off. And that will give you the second strength. And what I'm going to do is do the bottom a little bit. I'm going to try to not go over where the words are as much. And I'm going to try to avoid that. Stamp off again. And then I'm just flipping and creating texture or a background again. This stamp set has a lot of different backgrounds that are super cool. And I'm flipping this just to, I don't know, create a background. That's what we've got. And then on the inside, we've got that leaf again. So on this one, you'll have one white piece that isn't embossed, and this is for the leaf, or whatever you choose to put in here. So I'm just gonna do that guy like that. Okay. I think that's it for stamping. We can continue to assemble then. For this is just to provide some color. If you'd put this right onto here like this, it will get washed out. But you don't necessarily need it on the other side because the brown would get washed out. So by just creating a half of a background, you can put that back there and get the contrast that you need. So what we're gonna do, thanks Anique, we'll see you later. Have a good rest of your back to bed night. All right, so we're just gonna put a little bit of liquid glue there, and we're gonna capture that, and perfect. Now this is gonna get put on with dimensionals, but we have to be careful. We don't really want dimensionals where the gold faux ribbon is. So I'm gonna just set this here, and I'm gonna put, I know the corners are okay, but I wanted to have one more kind of in the middle so I don't get my saggy middle. So I think I'm just gonna put that right there. And that should be good. If I put it on here, I'd be guessing where it goes. And this is gonna go right about here. Perfect. Okay, the inside can get glued in. And then we just have to decorate the top, the last little bit. I have like a 2-year-old playing in the sink behind me. All right, so far so good. Now these things, you've already cut them out or hopefully stamped them from before. What we're gonna do is grab a couple dimensionals and put them, I think like that. All right, and then I'm gonna save one for over here. And I think that might be good. So just a few dimensionals. I love to do different heights on things. So this one's going to be flat at the tippy top right there, but then popped up elsewhere. And I think it might be good to have one right there. Now this doesn't go all the way to the top, but what it does is it kind of nestles on the top left here and kind of curves down by your sentiment. Say something like this. It doesn't attach up there. That's where this one comes in. It's gonna give the illusion that it's coming out from the top there. But I'm gonna want a glue dot here, like that. And this kind of fills in the gap. Oh man, you guys, I forgot to color. Okay, because this looks super cool colored as well. So we're gonna do it really quick. We need our pecan and old olive again. And it's okay, I know I have that on there already, but we're gonna figure it out. So we're gonna do these leaves. So it looks cool monochromatic, which you can see I've got going on here. But I wanna show you the colored version so then you can make a determination if you wanna color yours or not. And I know I have a dimensional back there already, but it's okay. Life goes on. Obladi, oblada. All right, so we're gonna do these. Maybe for the next one, I'll remember to color it before I start putting it down. All right, so there's that. And then we'll do this leaf. And then when I grab that blender pen, it's really gonna smooth this out for me. Perfect. All right, I'm not gonna worry about the little stuff here. So let's grab this. Oh yeah. It's the little things that gets the excitement and juices flowing, right? Which is using a blender pen to color your leaves with your colored pencils. It just softens it. Okay. This blender pen might be on its last night. We might have to do a little goodbye ceremony for it. It has had a long, good life. When you get a brand new blender pen, it really does. Like, it's just even better. Okay. Oh, you guys, in case you're wondering, she left the sink. Could you hear her playing in the background with the drain thing? She was like, it was swirling around in the sink. You probably heard that. All right, so now we're gonna go to this one, and I'm gonna do the pecan to color in the nut. I believe that's what this is. Really softly here. And then we got this. And then we're almost finito on this one. I think I'll pull in the blender pen. You like the song? Good. Oh bloody, oh blooda, life goes on. You guys remember that one? That show from the 80s, that sitcom? I think it was called Life Goes On. All right, so there's that. And then now I'm gonna try to extract my leaf off my glass mat without ripping it. There it is, okay. Okay, that worked. Perfect, all right. This is going to go up here, fills in that. I did not forget about my gold leaves, I promise I didn't. What we're gonna do, so we had, when we cut for class, we had an extra like 60 of these. And so we purposely designed this card to utilize them. And what's happening is this smaller one is gonna tuck in up here like that. And this bigger one is going to tuck in, just lift that up and kind of tuck that in right there. You just don't want it to cover up your words. Choose your words. And they got tucked in there like that. And then you have a little bit, like 3 inches left, and all you're gonna do with this is make your overhand knot. Hi, honey. Did you guys see that? I cleaned up my glue dots almost. I have 1 left. All right, we'll use that on the next card. And then, oh, we're gonna use it right now. Hi, honey. That's gonna go right there. And you're gonna set your little overhand knot in it. It makes it look like you wrapped it around it. Push that good so that your adhesive sticks to it. And then once it's on here, you can take your scissors and trim it. Alrighty, Aphrodite. And the corkies. So this one, I would use the big and the small over here. And then whatever you want over here, either a big one or a small one. The last card, we'll use the big one. So we'll do this cork one right about there. So you got 3 left now for your last card. Okay. Whew. There it is. We got her finished. And then that's what the inside looks like. Cool layout. I like this a lot with... Okay, so here's the options. Colored or not colored? I vote for the colored one. Hopefully soon. I don't recall, can we buy the glass mat? Not yet. That is correct assessment. All right, so, whew, okay. We're gonna move right on to the last card. And the last card, you guys are gonna have to do a little bit more cutting, I just realized. So, this is a different kind of a fold. All right, let's move this out. And then the last but not least one. You have 2 of these left, and you have a little bit of layering to do. So this one, we're gonna color it too, just because I think it looks good colored, but you don't have to do the flowers in the middle. You only see the leaves up here and along the bottom edge. So we're just gonna do a little bit of coloring. What is tomorrow? Is Friday. Friday. Any big plans tomorrow? I'm trying to think. Tomorrow we have class and then shipping. Around noon, my mom's gonna be over and we are going to ship out what we can tomorrow in terms of game night, trusty tools, and wild ferns. And again, we're gonna ship as many as I know we can ship. There might be a few more that get shipped early next week after I do have a moment to finally finish going through emails. And then we'll get everybody caught up. I'm not doing the middle part, but I need to do this part down here I'm seeing. That part is good, and then we're gonna do over here. I'm gonna show you guys the difference between coloring. And then I don't think I have anything tomorrow night. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff. It gets hidden behind there. But this one, you're going to want to do this little dude. You guys, it is a treat to color on a glass mat. I had never really known how cool it was to use colored pencils with that glass mat, that smooth bottom. It really helps to color nicely. All right, we're going to use this blender pen one last time. Sorry you had all the hairs up there. I see that right now. You're going to get the blender pen here. We're going to try to smooth all this out so you guys can see if you like the colored versus not colored better. All right, and then these two leaves. Perfect, and then we'll come over here. This class was, oh yeah, Sarah said it's already Friday for her. Very true, you're like 16 hours ahead of me. 16 or something like that. We did spring ahead here last couple weeks ago. So we are now less, I think we don't have that extra hour difference. Or maybe we do have it more hour now. I'm not sure how it works with that much of the time zone. Okay. Perfect. I'm good with that. You guys, I think we need to say a good bye blessing to my marker. So if anybody knows one, you could tell me it. And then we're going to say goodbye. It's completely, like, I think we're good. This one I've probably had for many a moon. You can see it's not as blendy as it used to be. Good. All right. We're saying the prayer. Goodbye, marker. You did us well. Okay. So that's ready to go. And in here, you're going to have this little label for a sentiment, a little stylish shaped circle. You guys, this is retired. I am going to say that. This is gold shimmer paper from the two-tone Flora suite from the spring catalog 2 years ago. And I had a stack of it this tall. And I said to myself, just use it in a class. People won't care that it's retired because it's really pretty and it matches the card. Now, in Canada, I don't know if Rose is going to use this. She might not have this paper anymore. So she could use gold shimmer paper. She could use something else, you guys. So just know that this piece is interchangeable with something else. I made the executive decision to use it up. It was sitting on my desk for the last 2 years. And when we cleaned up my craft room a couple weeks ago or a month ago, it needed to go. It needed to get used, not gone. All right, so let's look at what we have here. You guys, so this card looks like this. But you're like, well, how am I going to make that happen? My paper doesn't look that way. Well, you guys, we're going to help you do it. So what we need to do, so this is a regular hot dog style card. What you need to do is grab your trimmers out. It's okay, grab it. And you're going to line it up at the 2.5 inch mark. So go to 2.5 inches. All right, 2.5. And you're going to cut down to the score mark. So if you don't want to go over, just put your little cutting blade right at that scoring mark and just go up. All right. I'm just going to make sure for good measure it's good. You're cutting at 2.5 inches from the left side. And what you're going to then do is cut that off. That's how you do this. So grab your scissors and you could use your cutting thing to do it, but I'll be honest with you, there's a Humpty Hump here. So to cut with the blade, it might get caught. So it's just better to do your scissors. And I'm cutting on the inside of the score line. And I'm just trying to cut as straight as I can. And you're cutting that off. And now this should be flush. This is a little gift for you guys to make something pretty. It's extra. Don't throw it away. Use it. It's big enough to use for something. All right. Bye-bye, blender pen. You serve us well. Thank you, Sarah. We had a whole day of snow yesterday, about 6 inches. Oh, 6 feet. Inches. 6 inches. Like from here, it looked like a little inch. Okay. So far, so good. Let's do our stamping on this one first. Grab the pecan. And it says, just sending a bit of love your way. Grab the sentiment. I am going to practice, though. See once what happens, like that. Ooh, it's kind of maybe going that way. So you could practice on the back, like that. Okay, that's good. Now, if the front doesn't turn out good, I could go with that. All right, and then here, like that. We had a dusting of snow in January, but nothing more this year. I know, Cindy, we have hardly had any snow either. Good. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. Happy. I work with that. This is what I have on the inside. And we have a white piece right here. You're going to stamp that little flower at first strength, right in the corner. And then you have little dots. We needed to use them. Trying to tell you that all these, they had background, and then background. That something could be like used for background. There's some super cool background imagery in here. So stamp off, and then dots. I'm gonna do just a couple more right in the corner. That's all I did. So that's what I was going for this one. And hi, Joanne Kahn. All right, that's it, you guys. I think we're done with stamping for the evening. So we have a lot of stamps to clean up, but let's get glue happy. All right, so this is designer paper. It's already cut for you. This goes at the top. This piece is already embossed for you with the exposed brick. We gave me the crooked one, but everybody else's should be pretty straight. There was one in the bunch that got a little bit crooked. So this flips over. All right, so what we're gonna do is put a little bit of glue on here and here, and this also, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right there. So this goes in the middle of our gold shimmery glittery piece, like that. This brick goes on the front flap. After you cut your top off, it should nestle right in there with an 1/8 inch margin all the way around. And then your designer series paper fits like left to right and along the top edge. So get these nice and flush, and then what you're gonna do is, if you have any part hanging over, just grab your scissors, trim that off. And then you've got these two pieces. So we did use this one. Perfect. This is going to flip over, get glue happy. So like that and that. All right. Make sure you get your designer paper at the top here. Cindy, you had high 70s several days this last week. We had that last week. It's just been so spring-like here for the last month. All right, then this is gonna go on here, like that. Very good. All right, this I popped up with dimensionals. We're gonna try to use up some of this. We're gonna do the bottom edge here, but then we're gonna do the top edge here because we don't wanna have to guess. Oh, I guess it's gonna go like this. I really want my lines to be going horizontal though, so I'm gonna try to get that one off of there. And let's make sure that this is good. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so if you guys didn't catch what happened is I put the dimensionals here, which means it would look like this, but I want my lines to be going like this or like that, and so I switched them. So we're gonna do that, and then this one can go here. And now I think I will be okay. I'm not over the edge. Normally I would have put the dimensionals here and here, but since I had it on already, I didn't want to have to pick it off and waste it. All right, so this goes on the card front, like that. And, all right, so I don't put adhesive, what do I say? Dimensionals there, but I'm going to put them near the edges. So we're going to try to get some of these used up. So we're going to do around like the outer edges. Here maybe. And here. And maybe one more right here. All right, so we're going to set this down and see if we get that down first. You guys also have some different ribbons in here, so a longer one and a shorter one. We'll get to that in a moment. I really want to use this up. We're putting it there for good measure. All right, so there's a little bit hanging off the top, one little guy. That's actually this one right here, so that'll come in secondary. This is hanging slightly below, And just get that down where you think you want it. Something like that. All right, this sheet's done. Bye. Thank you so much for your service. And then come over here, and we're gonna just pop up this end one. And let's see if I have a glue dot. I really do. Yay. I have another glue dot box, you guys. Very nice. And we're gonna put a glue dot right at the base of this. And it's gonna right about here, I don't know, like something like that. We're just gonna see. Then we need some tearing tape hanging over here. And we're gonna put 2 of them waiting in the wings and 2 of them on the back here of this label. And the longer of the gold faux ribbon is what you're gonna use back here. It comes out right up by the bit, like a short little tail right there. And you come across where the is, make a baby loop, come across the back of the love, and make a little loop. And then your tail should come out the other side. I'm just scoping out what she's playing with. All right, this comes out over here. So you could make your loops a little bit bigger, it looks like, but I'm gonna leave it like this. You can pick them up and put them down, put them where you want, and then once you have them set, I'm gonna make my tear and tape sandwich like that. She found ribbon, that's what she's after. And then that will get put down on here with the dimensionals. This has a little bit of height going on. We definitely needed the dimensionals though because that faux leather trim is so tall. All right, and then grab your scissors and you can just trim the one tail if you need to, or trim them both if you need to. And this one is not at an angle, so I think I'm actually gonna do it. So my mom, when she cuts the ribbon, you guys, she definitely doesn't do an angle. She cuts it flat, like a seamstress would cut, like straight. She doesn't cut at an angle. All right, so here's our little label, which is gonna work its way to here. Very good. This little shorty doo-wop, this is actually gonna go wrapped and tied around here. But to make it easier on yourself, start the loop away from it, make your little loop, and then as you're tightening it, then you can capture it here around it and then tighten it right on it. If you try to do it while you're around it, it's gonna be really too hard to do it. All right, so I would adhere a little glue dot back here just to help it out, just to hold it in place. And what you can do is trim your tail here once you've got that in place, like that. Now let's see our circle here. This is actually, I think, because I don't have any height here, I'm gonna put a dimensional right in the middle there. And then I think for the rest of this, I'm gonna put 4 glue dots right along the 4 corners of the gold shimmer paper. And then that will help hold that down. And find the spot, the sweet spot for it. And I think this is crooked, so now that I have this down, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to refinagle this if I can. It might need assistance with another one. And now that it's on my car, oh, you guys, I got to get my head in here, you guys, and then you get my whole, like, you get the whole head thing going on. I don't even know that I do that, but my eyes can't see, like, from an angle very well to get it straight. So I get the whole head dropping in. All right, let's see. Do we like this? I think we're good. Nice and secure. And we have 3 of these dudes left over here. And I would do a big and a small and a big over yonder here. Excuse me. All right, that should use up your strip, you guys. Put it in the garbage. Don't put it on the floor for the cat or the dog to pick up. And we finished it. Okay, let's grab our Stella. We can Stella that little circle. You could Stella your leaves. Oh man, look at that. There's a nut there that I missed. Now that I have it put together, I can see that. So what I can do now is I can get down in here really quick and add just a little bit of green to that one. And then I know that this little guy, we're gonna just gently, bently pick it up a hair and just get a little brown on there. There. And then the stem. There is apparently a stem here too. So let's not forget that and get these little greeny things. Okay. Whew. Thanks, Sherry Everett. Glad you like them. All right, our colored pencils got a workout. So now you guys can figure out, do you like the monochromatic look or do you want them colored? And for those that are like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have seen them colored to begin with. I really like them. Well, now you know what they look like colored. Because on this one, they look great either way. I think this one I could go either. Like I could go the monochromatic route or I could go the old olive greenery route. So I guess totally up to you, you guys. They're your cards, right? Once you get the kit from me, you make them however you want to make them. I might only see them if you share them in the past card class challenge. So, all right. So I got a hot mess of stamps to get cleaned up here, which I will do momentarily. But for now, I'm going to bring them in side by side so you can see the difference between them. And then colored or not colored, that is the question. I think I would color all of them except for this one. I personally think I know that a couple of you like the yellowy flower, and that's the great thing about when you make your cards. You can make them however you want. Deb Norman, I love the coral flower on here. Coral was a good choice. So there you can see how we got them all done. Got them all done. You guys took a little bit longer. We had a lot of stuff to go over at the beginning of class. Now, I don't know how I ended up. Oh, yeah, I wonder if these are, I had an extra piece of white, and that was probably because I went and grabbed white for my stamping. So, all right. What's your favorite? Oh, I always like to hear what your favorite is, you guys. All right, let me pull my yellow. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let me pull my yellow binder out here, and we were going to do a random number generator. Let me see again how many I had here. This needs to go. Okay, for those of you who are local to me in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, remember this weekend is our used stamp sale. I think we had 13. This weekend is the used stamp sale. So from 9 o'clock till 2 o'clock at the Eagles Club in Fond du Lac, we have about 25 or 20 different, 20 vendors. I'll be like Pampered Chef, Tastefully Simple, Norwex, Purium, not Purium, Prove It, Prove It, Ketones, Stampin' Up, like all of the different, like Epicure, Scentsy, different vendors are going to be there. And then we have a used stamp sale. So people have been dropping off stuff all week. So my mudroom is starting to get more full and more full of things that are going to be potentially somebody else's treasure. So just know that that is on Saturday morning from 9 until noon, 9 until 2. And then we're setting up on Friday night. So for those of you that are helping me set up, we're going to set up starting around 8:30. They have a fish fry there on Friday night. So we don't get in there until about 8:30 to set up the tables. And then it's 9 o'clock when we are actually starting to set up. So that's the timing for it. Vicky likes the last one the best, but they are so elegant looking. Very good. I'm like, they are. This suite was, I saw this suite in the catalog and I knew instantly that I was like, I like the suite. Like, I love the tan, the browns, the grays. I like the vanilla. I like the almond, like all the different plants in it. I liked it. So I already knew that. I had my class last night and I asked, and I believe it was Karen Wetstein said that at first she wasn't a fan of it, and then she became a fan. And that's just it, you guys. It's good to see the things in use. You get to try them and see them before you buy them or not buy them, right? And that helps you decide on that. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my phone and we're gonna do a little random number generator, and we're gonna put 13 in here. When I hit go, it's gonna change the number hopefully, or keep it, whatever it is, but it'll take a second and it will show us what it's going to do. So I'm going to hit generate. Number 12 is our winner for a little door prize. Number 12 in the book of is Mary Jo Stoll. Good job, Mary Jo. You are number 12. And I will have a door prize for you soon. Marsha Long, how many kits do I have left? Well, that's a question. I know it's a lot, but if you want to know, I know a few people signed up tonight. Like I saw Ruth Nicholson and a few others that want it. So let's say I had 4 people that would like it. That means I have, I'm going to do a little calculator. We have 78 minus 52. I still have about 26 kits left, okay? So if anybody is watching this tomorrow or the next day or a year from now, most likely I will have kits left. It's crazy, you guys. Like, it's hard to guess on how many to make. And for the trusty tools last month, we made 96 and there are none left. They're all gone. In January for the sweet class, we did the Be Mine. We made 96 and they're all gone. All right. So now for this one, we made 96 and at the current moment, there are 26 left-ish, right? Something like that. So maybe like in another week, I might have only 15 left. And then in like 3 months, I might have 10 left. But eventually over time, this class will also go. For next month, April, you guys, oh man, the cards are upstairs because we're kidding. We're working on cutting and kitting. I showed them off though earlier in the week. They're the perennial lavender. You guys, we are actually planning for 120. That's how many of these, the 4 cards that we're going to kit up for next month for perennial lavender is 120. And we based it on doing more because for the ink, paper, scissors perennial lavender that we did in January, we did 120, I think, 120. So we figured with this one, for the perennial lavender, that people have the choice of either placing an order to get it for free or buying the class, that we're going to do 120. So we'll have to see how we do. So for next month, you guys, perennial lavender, we're already at 36. So let's say then we're about a quarter of the way full. And that class is over a month out, but we'll have to see. So I don't know. It's not too, it's okay to have past classes left because then it gives people options in the future if they want to get classes, like they first start watching me and they don't know what I have. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I like that class. I want to take it. So Debbie guessed, brown is your favorite color. Is not your favorite color, so you didn't get this one. Okay, so very interesting. So Debbie, something to think about. Brown might not be your favorite color, but do you think that these cards, if you could get past making them and looking at the brown while you put them together, do you think somebody could enjoy these cards? So sometimes we forget that it's like gift giving. When you are gift giving, you don't buy presents that you like. You buy presents that you think they will like. And so giving a card should be the same way. Like you might not like the tools, but whoever you give that to might really appreciate the tools. Or somebody doesn't like cows, but there's that cow bundle and you're like, well, I'll get it because I know that this person would really appreciate this cow card, right? So just something to think about. Like giving a card is similar to buying a present, that it might not be something that you would pick or buy or choose or love, but somebody that you give it to might really greatly appreciate it. So Deb Norman, I have not done the April showcase. It is currently March 21st. It's super early in my mind for the month. And I was all set to like schedule it for Tuesday, the 26th. And I'm still on track to do it on the 26th, but I have one more class to design. I went into Onstage and I thought I was all done with everything. And I realized that there's one more class to design, and it's the In Color retirement class that I do every year. That's always in the last month before the catalog retires, and it features the In Colors. And Shirley Vanderbloomer. Yes. So if you get the kits from me, they come prepped for you guys, right? So if you get the class from me, you get the brown, right? So if you don't like the brown base, you could always cut a new base for yourself and save the brown for something else. And this doesn't have so much brown in it. And you could flip out this sentiment strip and make it white if you guys want. So you guys, like, these cards are just a starting point for you. Like, you can like completely change them around by just changing the color of the base, and they won't have as much brown. And you could, instead of stamping them in brown, you could stamp them in black, or you could stamp them in green, or you could stamp them in something else and completely change it up. Lynn says, disregard that nasty face entry. I didn't even see it, and so it's all good. So you guys, when people put nasty, or not nasty, but like unhappy face, I never think anything of it. I completely like disregard it, only because I know that it happens accidentally sometimes. So it was a couple years ago, and I was laying in bed, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna watch this demonstrator. I can't tell you who it was I was watching. Like, nothing wrong with their video, but I was tired. It was after midnight, between 1 and maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was between midnight and 2, right? I have no idea. I go to bed late usually. So I know that I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to watch this video really quick. They're like a part of it. And I fell asleep, like, you know, like I'm laying back in bed and I'm holding the phone in my hands like this. And all of a sudden I wake up when it hits me in my face, like square in my mouth. I was surprised so much that I lifted it up and I accidentally hit the unhappy, grumpy face. And all I could think of is, oh my gosh, how do I fix it? How do I take it away? I didn't mean to do it. This person's going to think I don't like their video. And I didn't even know I wasn't even watching it. I was sleeping. And so like, I was like, oh, I hope they don't see that it was me that did it. Like, they're probably really sad now that I gave them an unhappy face. And I'll never forget that. And then when I started, this was probably before I was even really doing videos, or maybe when I first started doing videos, and I realized that people don't mean to always give unhappy faces. And when you see them, so honestly, you guys, I don't even, like, if somebody gives me an unhappy face and they mean it, I never take it like they mean it. I think of like, well, that was an accident, right? So they didn't mean to. It was just a mistake. So it's all good. So often I just take the card kit and create without the video. That's perfect, Kat, because you're an artist, right? You have the creative genuinity that you can take it and just manipulate take the pieces and manipulate them however you want them. So that's perfect. Shirley wants the kit. Yay, boom, boom. Okay, so Shirley, send me an email too. Nancy has a Tigger spotting. Oh, that was actually probably hunky, because if you want to know, I'll show you guys I'll show you where bigger Tigger is. So hang on 1 second. You guys, if you see a spot on my face, that was me. I was picking at my face. Hang on, here's Tigger. I gotta go this way. I get those little milias, those little cholesterol ball things, that's what I call them. And I picked at it. And so I got a little scab. There's Tigger. Tigger. Bigger Tigger. Hi. See, he knows his name, isn't he? Oh, is that gonna be a yawn? Nope. He's like, Mom, turn the camera away. I'm good. I don't want to see everybody to see me sleeping. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I totally picked at my face. Don't do that, you guys. It's not good to pick at your face. Okay. Let's put this back. Got my finger all up in there too. All right. So yep, totally picked at it. So recommend that to your children. Don't do that, or to your loved ones. So I get it from my grandma. So it goes down through my mom, and you get those little white balls underneath your skin, right? Like the little circle balls, and you have to like use like a scalpel to like cut into and like dig it. And I couldn't get it, and I couldn't get it, and I kept trying, and I kept trying, and I couldn't try it, and I couldn't stop. And so finally I'm like, it wouldn't stop bleeding. And so that's what happened. So I got a little like love scar right there going on until it like heals up. So totally fat finger syndrome attack. That is definitely it. There he is. Yep, that's definitely Hunky. That was the Hunky. Talk about an angry faced kitty. Yes, right, Debbie Gass? He was skull face. He's like, Mom, unless you have treats to give me, I'm not interested. So, and now we've got Hunky over there, you guys. Right there. See, he's got a nice, happy, smiling face. Okay. All right. Did you ever get a new car? Laura, I sure did. I did. Tyler and I drove. It was a month ago already. We drove to Minneapolis. Didn't like the car that was there. And then from Minneapolis, we drove to Lawrence, Kansas, which is 45 minutes southwest of Kansas City, and bought it. And I did not trade in my car because they wanted to give me a really low value for what the car I believe is really worth. So Tyler and I both drove home. We left there at 9 p.m. And we drove all the way to Dubuque, Iowa, and stayed overnight by our friends Ed and Deb Norman. They left the light on for us. We snuck in. We slept for, Deb, what was it, 2 hours? For like 3:30 or 4 until 6:30. And then Tyler and I got home here at 9 a.m. and he went to work. And we drove straight through the night to get home because we were like not meaning to go get a vehicle. So yes, Nancy, your grandma pinched your cheeks to give you natural blush. That is exactly what happens. Yep, you pinch them and then they turn pinky. So yes, got a car, and now, hi Jolene. I get excited about pimples on anyone. Do pimple popper obsessed. Oh man, no. I mean, I feel like if I do that, it'll like always show up randomly in my phone. So Jolene, we need to chat. Once I get done with my live, we're going to chat. I'm going to try to do a quick little video of the Trusty Tools cards to help write the tutorial, and then maybe we can chat before Tyler gets here. So I now you have rosacea because of it. Yeah. So whenever I have, or my mom gets it too, whenever she has any alcohol, like one drink, like if she has a Malibu and pineapple or a Malibu and anything, or like an old fashioned, my mom's cheeks get totally red and rosy too. And so I slightly get that from her. So yeah, Deb was about 2 hours. So yeah, so Deb left the light on for us, and we had a place to crash for 2 hours instead of sleeping in the car. So worked out really good. All right, so you guys, we did it. A really long, super duper long class. You guys, we had a lot of happy mail to go over. We had lots of fun though, making 4 beautiful cards. I hope you guys like them too. So I'm not going to say bye for very long because we're going to be back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to do the kit class tomorrow. The Frogs and Friends and something else. Something about the shiny day or something. You're there. Good. All right. Perfect. There are 2 kits for us tomorrow. If you're not into the kits, you can always watch them. And some people, after they see the kits, then they are like, oh, I kind of like that. Kits are great because you can keep them as they are, or you can completely convert them into other things by making alternatives. And always good to watch what other people are doing. I don't do alternatives for my class. I like to just make them as they are. It keeps it that you can see them to see if you like them. And then you can choose then if you want to get them or not. So, all right. We had a winner, Mary Jo Stoll. Congratulations. I think Chris is going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to have her help me with something tomorrow, which is Carissa helped me pick winners for some of the lives that I've done recently, like in the last 5 months. I'm going to have Chris help me get those names linked to the cards so that when we have a class next week, we can start giving away some of those cards again and get them in the mail to you. So, all right. Laura loves them. Yay. Nancy loves it all. Great. Yay. I love it. I'm happy when you guys are happy. So, all right. I'm going to get the show cleaned up over here, and I'm going to give Jolene a call, and we're going to start working on, she's already got the ink, paper, scissors written for next week that we're doing class, and we're going to start working on the trusty tools. So if you guys are in either one of those classes, we're working on those tutorials, and we'll get them mailed out as soon as we can. So Linda said, great class. Yay. Have a great weekend as well, you guys. Anybody who's getting snow, be careful. Don't drive in it unless you have to. So I'm going to say goodbye. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. I love you long time. I'm going to hit that little end button, and then it should time out for you guys. And so you get to see the whole end of it. Like I always try to show everything. So Sarah loves the classes. Great. I'm so happy that you guys love these classes. I love sharing stuff with you. So when you like them and you tell me you like them, that gives me encouragement. It says, keep going, keep going. So, all right, you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you later. Bye.